DAGDAGIEL, episode 3. 3? I think it
You
is.
better tell Charlie to have a long rest.
Yes, so we've just had a long rest. When I say we, I mean you.
Okay.
Had a long rest
So odd.
at the entrance to the crypt. So, after your long rest, what do you guys do? You're sitting in this valley necropolis surrounded by tombs of the noble high houses of DAGDAGIEL. It's a fairly dusty place. There are a few trees around sparsely. It's getting late in the afternoon now. It's about 4 o'clock. Maybe later than that. It might be close to 6 actually. 6 bells. Because
Weren't we in the crypt at this point?
You were, but they decided to pull out to have a long rest.
Okay, right.
So yeah, I mean, you can log into your Roll20, and we'll put you back in the crypt the minute you log in, basically.
Right.
And we'll just start from there. So from the front of the tomb, yeah, you can see what you can see. You're looking down a hallway that's 15 feet wide and X number of feet long. What, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's about 55 feet to the wall, to the intersection at the end. At that intersection, you can see there's like a big stone box, kind of like a sarcophagus or an altar, covered in old faded and dead plants and things, matter from previous offerings. Behind it there is a symbol of Kalimvor and the Raven Queen, if you've got dark vision and can see that far. You can make perception checks.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20 for Alexander.
12.
And a 13 for Rokan.
Wow.
18 for myself.
18 for yourself. Okay, so Alexander and Alcas, you can hear in the distance, deeper into this tomb, kind of scratching sounds.
That is not my tummy.
I do believe you there, Rokan, that it is not your tummy.
No.
I have a feeling it is the visitors that were here before.
Do you hear something? I
Yes.
can't.
Yes, I can hear scratching and growling or grumbling further inside the tomb.
Do you know how big this thing is?
I'm not sure.
I think I'd like to light a torch and then draw my longsword as well.
Okay.
And slowly start making my way down the corridor.
Okay, so you want to move how far forward?
Probably to the intersection, but not past it.
Okay, so to
You
about,
can plink it. Yeah,
you can move your token up to that corner.
be like that.
You can also use your arrow keys to move, but be careful not to move through the walls, because if you do that, you'll see through them, and that won't be conducive to the mystery of Roll20. Okay, so you get to about there. Okay, cool. So you can sort of see from where you are, and if you peek around the corner, you can see that this intersection leads to a hallway that's just 10 feet wide and continues in both directions, beyond the distance, beyond the range of your, well, you've got dark vision, don't you?
Yeah, 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay, well, at this point, you're seeing in front of you is this big altar. You can see this big effigy of Kalimvor against the sort of like a bas-relief carved into the wall, as if the wall's been carved back to reveal the effigy, if you like. And on either side of this effigy of Kalimvor, there are ravens, representative of the Raven Queen. You can make a religion check if you like.
I think I will bring out my little spirit,
Okay.
because you never know.
Now,
Oh,
do we
wait.
need a token for this guy?
We would probably need one. I don't have anything prepared.
No, that's fine. I will pull out a token. It's basically just going to be a red token.
Sounds perfect. Its name shall forever be known as. I was tossing up, so I'm not sure. I'll go with Theo.
I'm just gonna
Not Theo, but
down.
F-I-O.
Okay.
Theo. Short for Fiorenza.
All right.
Which I thought was a really
So
fancy name.
F-I-O, is it?
Yep, Theo.
Okay.
It's Baron Theo.
Put his nameplate on, and he's control.
Keep it simple for everyone, shall I?
You. Okay.
My little moth creature.
So does your moth creature emit any light?
It's a good question. I will have a look at that. 1 sec. Where are you?
I'm going to start with 5 feet.
No, it does not.
Does not. Well, I'm going to give him 5 feet of dim light.
Okay.
Which you will be able to see from wherever he is. So wherever he is, he's within 5 feet. Anything within 5 feet, you'll be able to see at a distance.
Sounds good.
Hopefully that works. And I've given you control of this creature. So there you go.
Perfect.
So Alcat, you made a religion check of 4. Okay. Apparently you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a very religious person.
You don't know anything about these effigies. You don't know anything about this stuff. But you can tell that it seems to be well crafted, and it's there's a whole lot of religious significance going on top of this altar. It's all very about something to do with this family line of the Kaelyn, House Kaelyn's family line, and clearly it's it's a remembrance to their family line and so forth.
Do you want to play with Theo, Rokan?
Mm.
Here you go.
How big is Theo? We're talking like a big moth creature like this, or is it tiny like this?
Well, small, so probably the size of a cat.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
All right. So it's a fiery butterfly thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But it doesn't really say it's made up of it. It's just looks it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
It emanates it, but it is not it.
Okay. What if it had like little veins of fire moving around on its surface?
I imagine something similar with that, being that it's a butterfly and it has those little features generally.
And stuff like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So presently, Rokan, what are you doing?
I'm looking at this butterfly thing.
It's a moth.
Oh, and before we do continue, let's just roll initiative.
Nobody says
Just in case, right?
Just in case.
8.
Rokan's a 10.
Yeah.
I am appropriately distracted.
You are appropriately distracted. Okay, cool.
I'm
very-
also a 10.
We suck.
What did you say?
I'm a 10.
You're a 10. Yeah, I've got your initiative. It all popped up on D&D Beyond in my little D&D Beyond screen thing.
See that?
You can what? What can you see?
I can see your little screen there.
Oh, the one up here.
Yeah.
Up there.
Other side,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
With my screen, it's reflected. So
right. That makes
this
sense.
is backwards.
Is my writing the right way around?
Yep. It's
Okay.
perfect for everyone but me.
But you. Okay.
Well, no, I can see it. It's just my camera sucks. I don't know why it's reflecting not mine, but
Fair enough. Okay.
whatever.
So Alcas, you're up the front and you're listening, and you can sort of hear a little bit more clearly now. There's you'll notice that there are some sort of bloody stains on the floor. It looks like dried blood at this point. And you notice a kind of piece of a bone sitting on the floor, just at the base of that altar. It's about this big, sort of splintered piece of shin bone. It looks like it. You can make a nature check. It could well be a humanoid bone.
Cool. I just want to, like, holding my sword behind me, just like wave down the rest of the party, just to tell them that there's something around the corner here somewhere.
Fair enough. Okay. So remember, we time out if we're gonna.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So what do you say? What do you actually say?
Don't say anything. I just
You just
yeah,
okay.
create an action to try to warn them.
Okay.
I'll move forward.
All right. So you're gonna move forward. Okay.
Yes,
Put yourself where you're gonna go, please.
right behind you.
All right. Rokan.
Theo can go behind me.
I will move forward also.
No, Theo here.
Okay. So Rokan, you've just moved up behind Theo.
Yep.
Alex, you're gonna move up too. Okay. Cool.
Over there, actually.
Okay, so you can see a little bit further around the corner on that side. All right. And about this point, you notice dust kind of coming from the ceiling and walls from the roof, and you feel a slight vibration run through the floor.
I'm looking around at the others.
What's everybody's expressions like?
I guess Alexander's would be confused.
Theo, please ready yourself to move us if you need to. And Theo will ready its action to move all of us if it needs to.
Can Theo do that?
It's an action.
To move
Yes.
all of you?
Mm-hmm.
How does Theo do that?
Fiery teleportation.
Can he kill more than one person at a time?
Yes. The spirit in each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleports up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space that you see.
Okay, so if this is a readied action, where will that place be? Do you want to ping it for me?
Good question. Where are we? We will go. I think we will go. I think we'll go backwards.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3. So is that within 15 feet or is it this?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, well, we'll go backwards.
Okay, so that's the plan. Okay.
Hmm.
So who's looking where? Where are you observing? What are you doing? Sean, you're kind of looking around the corner, Alcas?
Trying to peek around that corner.
All right. So you can see as far as the end of that wall, and you can see on that wall there are more effigies. You can see like family bloodlines traced on the walls. And every sort of 5 feet or so, there's a like a hole in the wall. It goes back to where there's basically a coffin laying, a stone sarcophagus set back into the wall in a little alcove. All of them are about 3 feet off the ground and about 2 feet high. So, you know, if you were in one of those coffins and you sat up, you would bang your head almost immediately in the sarcophagi. And they seem to be sealed, the ones that you can see over there. Yeah, so I'm talking sort of here at the moment where I'm pinging. Where is Vespera?
I am behind.
Yep, but what's she looking at? What's she thinking about? What's she doing?
Good question. I'm here to help and support. So I'm not going to go running ahead. I'm going to stick with the group.
Fair call. Rokan? You like to use a bonus action to unmute yourself?
I would like to maneuver myself closer to the elf.
Okay, so the half elf.
Yep.
Talking about Alcan. Okay, so
Yep. Elkin.
if I move you to, he's on the right hand corner to one side, right inside the corner, ready to look around the T junction.
Okay.
Do you want to go to the left hand corner, or do you want to just go up behind him? Vespera is right behind him.
Up behind him.
That's where Vespera is right now.
Yeah, I want to go where. Oh no!
gonna
If
push her
Vespera's there, I'll go on the other side.
Feel free to tap on my shoulder. I would happily move for you. No one
Okay.
else.
I
Alright.
tap on her shoulder and give her the signal.
Okay, so
to,
you guys
can
want
she
to
go back?
switch
Yeah.
spaces then?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
There you go.
All right, so we'll put Rokan in there.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So where are you? What are you looking at? Is what I want to know. Where is your perception based?
I push down the elf's head and then look and see if I can see anything.
Okay, so you lean over his head and peek around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much like that.
All right, you can make a
So
perception.
funny.
That's going to be Jordan making that perception check. Oh, a massive 6. Okay, apparently it's a bit too hard to see around the corner with Alcas right on the corner there, trying to look over his head. He's probably a little bit like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Distracting.
That's good. I'll just pick his head up and put it back where it was. And go back to where I, stay behind him.
I'm just going to have a look and see what everyone's...
Can we roll over a 10 today, everyone? Just
yeah, that'd be great. if-
anyone?
Just saving it for when it counts.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. We're just saving it until it's really needed.
Hmm.
Okay. Vespera, you may notice that the things on the altar ahead of you look like they've been kind of mismanaged, moved around, knocked over. There's like a cup of libation.
Libation.
Thank you, libation.
I know what that is.
That's been knocked over and spilled across the top of the altar. You see some. It looks dusty. You can see marks in the dust.
Okay. I'm going to move forward
Okay.
with Theo. Theo will also move forward with me to here.
All right. Cool.
Please ready yourself, Theo. All right.
Okay. So
And I will look.
just
at the
for your
libations.
information, Vespera, this direction is where you went last time.
Oh, we didn't go the other way.
Yeah, this is the direction you went down last time, and this is the direction from whence more enemies came, but you never actually investigated down that direction.
Right. We were pressed for
Are you
help.
you're investigating this altar top at the moment?
Yes, please.
All right, let's get an investigation check.
All right. Not my strong suit. Nope.
Oh,
I can't see.
I'm
It's
also
a
going
mess.
to move forward to the altar as well.
all right. Do you want to make an investigation check as well?
Yes, I will.
Um,
And
would you like to have advantage because Vespera is
pull out.
helping you?
Yes, and I also pull out my little magnifying crystal as well.
All right, cool. Okay, so you have advantage on your investigation.
Yes.
Guidance.
Oh, that was a natural 20 plus 4, so 24.
Ooh, okay. Well, our sorceress friend, you notice a number of things. They include.
Do you see something I don't?
I will tell you in a second.
You notice that there are little hairline fractures in the entranceway. Sorry, in the what am I trying to say? In the effigy above you, that go all the way down to the altar. You notice that all of the things that I've said to Vespera, like the dust on the surface, but you see footprints, like bare footprints in the dust on top of there. You can see that. However this was laid out, clearly someone has basically desecrated it, and you can see drops of blood splattered across the top of it. And you notice that in the hairline fractures in the wall behind it, where the effigies of Kalimvor and the Raven Queen are, You see with your magnifying crystal a little thread. Can you see in color at this point?
Yes, I can. I have dark vision of 120 feet. So
Dark vision doesn't give you color vision, it gives you dark vision. It gives you
I'm
Right.
standing 10 feet away with a torch,
the
so
torch. So there's a certain amount of color. Okay. Well, you might say it looks kind of like a burgundy thread or a dark red color.
do any of the other houses have those colors in them?
Many of them have those colors in them.
I say to the group, this has been desecrated. Someone has been standing on it and bleeding on it, and I can see hairline fractures within this effigies.
Do you touch anything?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Any idea of what might have caused this aside from zombies?
Can I make a check of some sort?
Well, you made your investigation check. How do you go about making this check? What do you do differently?
I guess it's kind of going back to thinking of the creatures that I may have seen in books and what sort of creature may do this.
Right. Well, while you're thinking about this and examining this stuff, you notice that at the back behind the altar doesn't go all the way back to the wall. And at that point, you see something beginning to rise up from behind it. And you're seeing out of that dark space of about a foot behind it, a hand and this dreaded face begins to emerge, crawling up over the altar, sweeps across the candlesticks, knocking them over. It knocks aside a jug of a libation, smashing it to the floor, and it begins to climb over, and you notice it has nasty fingernails and claws. It looks up and makes eye contact with you, and at this point, Alcas, you will have noticed this too, and you have initiative.
Seeing as Theo has readied his action,
Yep.
could I have him proc off and
Yep.
send us going back 15 feet? That's
Yes.
anyone within 5 feet of
Okay,
him.
so that's basically going to be you and Alexander at this point. I suppose Alcas as well could be.
Yeah, Alcas as well.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys all.
So
Hang on, can I capture all of you at once? Or
I'll shift myself.
yourself, and you guys off to a back.
So Alexander, you're next to me.
Cass, you're like here. Okay, and Buff, here's your guy.
Oh, it's kind of cute. He's got little hands.
Yes. So he's clambering over the top of this thing. You notice that he's wearing, actually, you know what? You can make perception checks.
All right.
So Barry, you should be able to see the map there for a moment, where it flashed up and went away, but okay, so Vespera 13.
Yep, I got over 10. We did it.
21 for me.
21. Okay, Alexander.
Damn.
And that was a 3 for Rokan.
Makes sense.
That one.
And that one, okay. All right, well, Rokan, what are you so distracted about? Sound?
Did we suddenly jump back or something?
Yes.
Most of us.
Well, that
did.
would be distracting me because I was getting refreshed, and when suddenly,
Teleported 15 feet behind you, woof, and you're like, where the fuck am I?
yeah.
Oh, Rokan didn't move. Everyone else did.
Oh, so everybody else teleported around you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
makes
in
much
which case I'm like, what? Where? Whoa.
All right, you will
Where's
see
everybody?
the fire elemental moth thing do something. She probably just fluttered around everybody very quickly in a little circle, and then off they went with a flash back to where they are. Okay, so Rokan, you didn't notice the deck.
Okay.
All right. Let me just come back to my thingy. Why is that not there? Okay, so 21 perception, Alexander. What you're going to notice is that this creature that's crawling out of there is wearing this long white gown, like a funereal gown of the Kaelyn house, with red and silver and gold brocades down either side of it that go down to the ankles. And there's like a medallion hanging around his neck on a gold chain. He's got rings on his fingers, jewelry and what have you. Clearly one of the higher nobles, one of the Kaelyn household's more noble ancestors. You're not really sure who, but you might have suspicions that this is like the direct line of the Lord of House Kaelyn.
I say to the group, it's one of our nobles. See the gold and red going down his breast ropes.
Right.
Those
Well, you
denote rank.
Yep.
Don't know if you know this, but we're going to have to fight this thing.
I am aware of that, yes.
Right. Well, as you're talking about it, he's gotten this far now.
You want to bonk him?
So it is Alcas's turn.
Okay. The dead should stay dead, and I will walk. Oh, if I can walk right up in front of him and just shove the torch straight into the thing's face.
Okay. Can you roll to hit, please?
Ooh. I don't have the torch as a weapon.
Okay, you can use it as a non-proficient. Basically, it's just a D20. You can add your dex bonus to it.
Okay.
This is an improvised weapon.
So 14 plus dex would be 17.
17. Okay, that definitely hits. Let's do some damage.
So again, not sure on the damage, but I did a quick Google and it's saying 1d4 bludgeoning and 1 fire.
Yep, that makes sense.
You're happy with that?
Yep, I'm happy with that.
So that's 2 bludgeoning and 1 fire damage.
Okay, very good. Cool. Done. Rokan, it is your turn next. You are mute.
No, I'm thinking, because by the way that looks, if I fire, I throw an axe, or I'll run up to where he is with my axes.
Okay, so we'll pull you forward.
Yep.
Cool. So Rokan, you move to about here,
Yep.
or do you want to move next to it?
I want to move next to it, yes.
So like there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good man.
All right, so you are now going to roll to hit,
Yes.
which will be over to Alex. Sorry, to Jordan to roll to hit. Now he's doing, yep,
And
18 hits and
23.
23 hits. That's not a nat 20, is it?
And it's not a net 20.
Okay, well, the first one can get full damage. That is to say, dice plus modifiers. The second attack does not get its modifier because it's an offhand weapon.
Cool. So that is a 4 plus 3, so 7.
All right.
And a 6.
7 and a 6. Okay, well, you smash into it. You're chomping into it with your axes, hacking at it, and it's screaming now. As you...
No argument, please. No argument.
All right, that's your turn then, yeah? Vespera is next.
Oh. Okay. Right. So I'm going to move right over here, and I'm going to.
You now have flanking.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going. I think I will bonus action Shillelagh and then bonk him.
All right. Roll to hit with advantage.
All right. Now I just have to figure out how to do that.
So you right click on your to hit roll and then select advantage and then hit roll.
Right. Very handy.
Very handy.
What? Was that 2 hit? Wow, okay, that did not go well.
Didn't go well. Advantage, you got a 7. Okay, sadly, you do not hit. This creature seems to be pretty clever and dexterous and manages to avoid your hit. Okay.
For Theo though, because Theo goes behind me, I'm just gonna. It's going to remain there until I ask him to do something. Ask her to do something.
So she's just going to hold an action, or what?
She'll be dodging because I haven't used a bonus action to ask her to do something.
So you ask her to dodge, basically, and she's on the dodge action. Or
Yeah.
that's what she does automatically if you don't
automatically, pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay, so everyone has disadvantage to hit her. Okay, then it is this creature's turn, and it slams the nearest individual in front of him, which is Alcas. Alcas, what is your armor class?
Currently a 15.
15. It tries to attack you with this slam attack and misses. Alexander, you have 3 for initiative and come last.
Yes, I do. Magic missile.
Magic missile. Okay, woof. You do a whole bunch of damage. All right.
4. That is a 5, and that is a 3.
Okay, so 4, 5, and 3. 9, that's 12 points of damage, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So it's as you hit it with the magic missile, you knock it back on the floor with its head cracking into the base of the altar, and it lays there for a second and begins to twitch. At this point, I'm going to make its. You've fought zombies before, and you know what to expect. And it begins to move, or does it? And this is a con save. Oh, yes. Okay, so it begins to reform itself. It begins to climb back up. On its next turn, it will use its movement to get back to its feet. Alcas, it's your turn.
So its crumpled body's still like on the ground?
Yes, but it's beginning to move. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to go for a massive hit with my longsword.
All right. Roll to hit. That's your total damage is 6. Is that right?
That was to hit.
That was to hit? Oh, okay, that does not hit. Never mind.
That's a net 1 though.
Oh, nat 1? Okay, you're going to lose your next turn as your weapon smacks into some objects on the altar and get caught for a moment, trapped in a piece of wood as part of a frame of some pictures, a painting of one of the Kaelyn ancestors. So you've got this fucking painting stuck on the end of your sword right now. Okay, that's your turn, yeah? Any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue?
I'm just going to move slightly to the side.
Okay, very good. Rokan, it is your turn. Are you going to continue with your axes?
Yes, I'm going to continue with my axes.
All right, roll to hit twice, please.
I'm rolling to hit over there.
11 and
21.
a 21.
Both of those attacks hit. Let's get damage from those 2 hits.
4 and a 7.
Okay, the 7 does not get its +3 because it's an offhand attack, so it's just 2, 4, so 8 points of damage. 5. Okay, you smash its skull with your hand axe, the second one, cleaving its skull in half. Whatever was in there sloughs out onto the floor and splatters across the face of the altar, and the creature twitches for a few seconds and then stops moving.
Me give it big headache.
Anyone that wants to draw a red splatter on the floor in the place of the now dead enemy, feel free to do so.
Well, that's not red. I want red. I want.
Are we still in combat?
No.
Very good. I'll bring Fia closer to me, and I'm going to keep my eye this way.
Okay.
Seeing as we didn't go that way.
All right.
Um,
You still okay? Yeah.
sorry. If she's turning away, I want to just quickly try and swipe some of the jewelry off the body.
Okay. All right. Are you doing that in front of everyone, or just you don't care, or?
Try not to make it obvious. Maybe trying to disguise it as like a bit of an investigation.
Okay, so you're sort of pretending to be investigating, but you're sneakily.
Trying to swipe some things.
Let's make a sleight of hand check, just to see how sneakily that was.
Not at all.
Okay, so in particular, I'm interested to know whether Alex notices this, because they are the ancestors of the house for which he is in service. He may or may not care, but he may or may not notice as well, and that he should have the choice to care.
Would you like me to roll for a perception check?
Straight up perception check, yeah.
Cool. That is a dirty 22.
Not only do you see him stealing that
Uh-oh.
stuff, but you notice something else. You notice that some of those cracks in the wall behind all of this stuff seem to be. It's as if they've been kind of piecemeal put back together. You notice that the effigy is not exactly intact perfectly.
Okay. I move. Well, first of all, I cast Mage Hand and I move it over in front of Elkas and just point to the ground. And then I move up, moving the right one, up to the effigy again and look at it more closely.
Okay. I'll get you to make another investigation check with advantage.
Certainly. Dirty 21.
The dirty 21. You notice that in some places in the wall there, there are sort of. It looks as if this whole effigy at some point has collapsed and somebody's rebuilt it. There's even still dust on the floor and around the walls and on the altar from that. Yeah.
Would I know of anyone who's come through and tried to repair?
You've not heard of that.
Curious and curious.
As you continue looking at it, you notice there's one spot where there's a hole down by the base of the altar, like where you have to sort of lean right in there to see it. And there's a hole that goes back into the wall.
Are you okay there, Alex?
You get the impression that the cracks are not just on the surface, but they're quite deep.
Strange. This is
Well,
not normal. I look through the hole in the wall.
Okay. You've
Hold
got
on.
dark vision, right?
I've got dark vision.
I'd say I invoke the fire within, and I guide you.
Now, these cracks are kind of along the surface of the effigy, about there. And they are quite a sort of a piecemeal puzzle work of cracks. And as you look through and there's this one hole, you think you can see into a very dim chamber. From what you can see from your angle, you can see bones on the floor and the corner of something that might be like a chest.
Strange. Rokan, my friend. Normally we wouldn't ask you to do this, but in the circumstances, can you smash this effigy for me, please?
Me smash.
Right, what are you going to use to smash it with?
Well,
Funnily enough, the sorcerer, Jordan, his character, Alex, is holding a mace, amongst other things.
I ask him for the mace,
I hand him the mace.
and I smash.
Okay, so Hulk smash.
Yeah, Hulk smash.
So it doesn't take too long, a couple of hits, and this turns out to be a fairly thin wall, a kind of a thinly disguised entranceway into another chamber. After a few hits, you knock a hole in it big enough to move through.
To be fair, we probably could have teleported through that. I say after they destroyed this.
I'm sure everybody knew that.
We
Oh well.
Oh well.
Rogan looks at you, but not much fun.
That's true. That's
No.
true.
As you peer into this chamber from where you are, you can see it's about 35 feet long and about 15 feet wide. It's kind of like a mirror of the passageway that you just entered from behind you. Now I made a mistake when I was drawing this map. I added this chamber after I had done all of the dynamic lighting lines, and so I couldn't delete the lines without deleting the entire dynamic lighting thing. So I can only have you guys enter the chamber or not. So
Okay.
I can move whoever goes into the chamber if they want to.
Yeah, I go in.
All right, Alexander, you're gonna step in. Oops, that's me drawing blue lines everywhere.
I've moved myself in anyway.
You can move yourself into there. Okay, so from where you are, you can see there is a pedestal at the far end of the chamber that has a throne on it. On either side of that throne, there are a number of weapons. You see around you silks draped over pieces of furniture, tack and harness, jars of food. You can smell just a little bit of something sweet that might be either alcohol or honey or something like that. You can see this on the throne itself is a very strange thing. There's like this husk of a person laying like they're flat, like it's just their skin in robes, but there's like a person that's had everything inside removed, possibly even including their skeleton, just sitting on the throne like a rug almost. It's quite disturbing to look at. And on either side of you, up near that throne, are two big chests. One of the chests you can see has clearly been tampered with, and you notice that there is a trap that's gone off, like a claw trap that's basically snapped down on somebody's hand, and there is a dead hand hanging from that claw trap on the side of this chest in there. It's this one, by the way. I'm trying to click on the fucking zoom instead of the Roll20.
I get that. I almost did the same thing.
Over there.
Okay, cool, that one. I poke my head back out of the hole and say, I think you should all come in here, and pop myself back in there and move forward a couple of spots.
I will follow. Please. Do I can I okay, cool. I will go here. I'll bring Theo in as well. Put him in the middle, put her in the middle. Tell her, you know the thing.
Oh, and I better get you guys to roll for initiative just in case.
Just in case.
After every encounter, basically, we're going to roll just in case.
Oh my god.
It is a 9.
Yep, gotcha.
7.
A 7 for Barry.
Cool. I don't have Elcas yet.
Yeah, 1 sec. I was just going to say, I'm going to move up to the hole in the wall, but not actually into the room.
Okay. Cool.
6.
A 6. All right. Very good. So everyone has done their initiative. All right. So you're standing at the entrance, Alcas. Rokan, did you go in or not?
I'm going to stand at the entrance on the other side.
Okay, are you standing on top of the? Okay, cool. So you and Alcas are both basically standing on the altar.
Yeah, not really any respect shown.
Okay. Anybody inside who wants to can make a perception check.
Yes, I will make a perception check.
Living.
That a natural 20 for a 24.
Wow. Okay. Well, all right, and let's.
You also have a guidance D4. So
Oh, no, 28.
you didn't have to
only,
use it.
only if you
but-
want to use it.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
I'm going to use it because I'm going to want to see everything that's in this room because I don't know
Okay.
about it.
Well, with a
Right.
natural 20, you pretty much see everything anyway, so you don't need to, but up to you. Okay, so what you've seen so far include silks and ancient-looking books on shelves on the walls. All of these jars of food and honey and alcohols and things like that. All sorts of things that, in fact, yeah, I mean, you would know these are the sorts of things that they tend to bury their dead with. It's not unusual. On the walls, there's like 7 swords on the walls. There's a great axe and a hammer and a shield and some bows and arrows and spears. And in the corner, on one side, near the entranceway, there are pieces of a chariot, wheels and sections of it that's been dismantled, but it wouldn't be too hard to put it back together if you had the right tools. That kind of stuff. Are you sort of, this is just a sort of looking around the room from your point, right?
Yeah.
You haven't moved any further than that.
No, I haven't.
Okay, very good. Well, then I guess the other thing that you'll notice is that this squished mummy that's laying sort of draped on the throne like a carpet or a rug or a throw kind of begins to slip off towards the floor.
That's not good.
I'm gonna create some good berry. I should have done this earlier.
It sort of slides down onto the floor in front of you.
This is very no bueno.
We should prepare to fight, probably. Right? What do you think?
Yes, I think we can get to fight.
All right.
Me would.
Right. Well, 10, 15. It suddenly slithers across the floor towards the nearest person, which is Alex. And as it does, it tries to wrap itself around you, Alex.
Theo was readied.
Theo is readied to do
Yeah, to move us back.
Okay.
That's why Theo's in the center.
Very good. So another teleport then?
Yeah. It's like, it's probably going to annoy the hell out of you, and I do apologize, but it is a really cool feature.
Okay, so let's move everyone where they go, 15 feet back.
Yep, every one of us. I can't see my little Theo anymore.
I would say I'm unwilling to be teleported back.
That's fine. You won't be teleported back then.
Yeah.
You're through the wall anyway, so I don't think you
okay.
would be. Okay, cool.
Orica.
Orica? Who's Orica? Rokan? Sound. Mute, sound, mute.
I wouldn't get teleported back either.
No, you're on the outside, that's right.
Very
Okay.
good.
Cool. So you guys teleport back out of the room. Some of you find yourselves on the altar, some of you are not. I think an athletics check or an acrobatics check is probably in order, not to fall on your asses because of the difficult terrain in that case.
11?
Alexander, yeah, I think you're going to stumble back from where you are, and you're now prone. Basically, you'll have to get back up. That'll be 15 feet of your movement on your turn.
Theo can fly, and we we would have been on that flat area
Right.
when we
Alexander, it is your turn.
moved.
I get up.
Mm-hmm.
So I can take that prone off again, and I can't really do anything. I hold an action to cast magic missile when I see this creature.
Okay, well, you can see through the hole, and you can see it through the hole. So if you want to cast magic missile, you can do it now.
I will cast
And-
magic missile then.
All right.
And don't forget, you can see in the dark anyway. So if it was complete
True.
darkness, you're fine.
That is a 5.
5.
That is another 5,
Mm-hmm.
and another 5.
And another 5. Okay, cool. All right. I am attending to some housekeeping.
Very good.
All right. So you did 5, 5, and 5, was it? So was that 15?
15 points of damage.
Okay. 15 points of damage. All right. That really fucks it up, actually. They,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those 15 points of magic missile force damage tear parts of it off it and rip through its skin horribly. Okay, now it comes slithering out from inside. It gets to here, and it attempts to attack you. It has 2 attacks, and it's going to hit you, Alexander. What's your armor class?
14.
Okay, the first one hits, and second one misses. It does 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Thank you very much.
All right, Rokan, it is your turn, and if I'm not wrong, you guys have advantage because you have got it cornered on either side of you. You're on either side of it, I mean to say.
I will exit.
Okay, so double axe attacks.
Yeah.
Both attacks are with advantage, Jordan.
Cool. 23.
23 is a big hit.
21.
21 is a big hit, so let's get that damage and then minus the second modifier.
That's a 4 and a 5.
4 and a 5. So that is 9.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, very good. Vespera.
Right. I'm going to move up a bit. How long has it been? It's been longer than a minute, hasn't it?
Yeah, because you would have had to smash through the wall and all of that
Right.
stuff. Yeah, so yeah.
Very good. I will bonus action Shillelagh once again.
Whoop.
Let's see if it
And why don't you
hits
tell
this
us
time.
what Shillelagh does and what everybody sees when you do?
Oh, right. Well, I have a quarter staff normally. I like the idea of it sort of blooming into like fiery maple leaf, little, tree branch thing. And then I'm going to do a bonk it
All right.
while it shimmers. So are we spells? I take it. Good. So is that right? +5.
14.
Yes.
Yep, that hits.
Very good. So 1d8. So 7.
7 points of damage.
Yes.
All right. You smash it and it stops moving.
I'm waiting. Where's the punchline here? Does it get off?
It doesn't get up. It is dead. Technically. I mean,
It was always dead.
I investigate it with my magnifying crystal.
Okay, so you're investigating with your magnifying crystal. Feel free to make an investigation check.
Certainly, and you know what? I'm so confident in the dice, I'm going to do it without advantage. I say that and I get a 9.
So now you're going to roll your second dice.
Yes, I am. Which is not much better. It's an 11.
All right. Fair enough.
Should have been so cocky. I say to myself.
Right.
I said, I should have been so cocky.
Fair enough. I'll get a perception check from everybody.
Certainly. That is a 22 for me.
Very good. Alcat's 14.
And a natural 20 for Rokan.
Right.
For a 22.
Very good. Good to hear that, Rokan. Rokan, you can hear something coming from up here somewhere.
Oh, something coming from that direction.
And you can also hear things coming from this direction.
And there's things coming from that direction too. Not good.
No bueno. I pull out my mace.
You pull out your mace. Okay, well, with your investigation check, it's hard to say anything especially important about it other than this was a dead person who has had all of their interior removed and has somehow been animated. Clearly, this is the same sort of magic as the previous time that you were here. They are indeed, I think you will recognize their features off the face of the individual as being one of the earliest ancestors of the Kaelyn house. That's probably it.
Hey, this is one way to meet your former employers, huh?
Everyone, if you need healing, I have berries on me, okay? So please do not forget that.
There is one other thing that you notice about the body of this creature, Alexander, and it has etched into its skin some writing. Can you... What languages do you read and write?
Common and Elvish.
Common and Elvish, okay. You don't recognize the writing, but it's scratched into its skin. You're not sure what language it is, but it's not either of those languages for sure. Okay.
Cool.
Do you make it aware? Do you make us aware of that?
I definitely do. I say to the group, it's some writing written on this body. Does anyone speak whatever this language is?
I'll have a quick look, knowing full well that there are people coming.
Right.
Yeah,
What language do you speak?
I'm not worried about the body or the skin. I'm worried about the things coming. So
Abyssal, Common, Druidic, Infernal, and Primordial.
It is Infernal.
I can read that.
Yes. And what you read is, "Hail the Blood Lord."
Hail the Blood Lord.
Yes.
What was that, Kara?
Hail the Blood Lord.
Now, anybody who wants to make a religion check, DC is quite high, but you might have a chance of...
No, I'm going to start rolling some decent rolls today at some point.
So nobody knows what that means, really. It's just is what it is. Alcas, okay. Oh, Alcas. Alcas, hail the Blood Lord. You once heard a story about this, can I say?
Lord of Blood.
This too.
I was going to say it's probably pretty hazy as well because it was probably in a pub drunk one night or something.
Yeah. You've heard this phrase before, I think is probably the most I can say, and it was used in regard to some kind of cultish activity. It was some time ago. It wasn't in this city. was from wherever you came from, and it was referring to a story about somewhere else too, so it was even more kind of weird and rare than that. Maybe you've heard of the term the Blood Lord as some kind of fiend, perhaps?
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. You have this strange memory of a picture of the Blood Lord, and perhaps a large bloated creature with a huge sword and horns, and yeah. I think I'll leave it at that.
the Bloodlord, it rings a bell of some distant fiend, but I think we have greater issues at this point in time.
Yes. Yep.
I agree with you.
Right. So one moment, please. Okay. Now I will get that initiative roll, please.
This is not doing well. I'm just gonna like burn off some 20s at some point.
Burn off.
Yeah.
That
Just
was
because
a 17 and a 2, so 17 for me and 5 for Rokan.
will you guys remember your initiatives if I burn off some bad rolls?
All right. I've got the initiatives all.
They're very good. I'm gonna roll a few.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. We burned off like 4 shitty rolls.
Fair enough. Okay, so let me
Let's try and get good.
so it was okay. They're not.
I was going to say, surely you try burn some off and roll all the net 20s.
No, they're all trash.
This guy gets to here, and he's going to attack you, Vespera.
Very good.
He has initiative. So what's your armor class?
17.
17. Oh. Did you see what I rolled?
No.
Well, it was a 22, so I hit.
Right, fair enough.
3 points of slamming damage. So you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Spur. As he comes running in and goes and tries to punch you in the face. Alexander, you are up next.
I eat one of the good berries that Vespera has given me.
Okay, that's your action.
That's my action.
All right.
Don't burn them like that.
I have 6. I'm very injured.
You.
This guy gets
Okay, fair enough.
here, but he can't attack anyone because he's run out of movement. It is this guy's turn. Alcas, it's your turn.
Awesome. So I'm going to move up beside him and just go for a big swing with my elven longsword.
All right, let's roll to hit. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a net 20.
Good job.
Okay, so you double your dice and add your modifiers. You can do a critical hit on the
So that's 8 plus sneak attack with Vespera being in 5 feet.
You're a dirty half rogue.
And that's another 6, so that's 14 total.
14 total. Okay. 14. Oof. Okay, you basically slash him open and his entrails fall out from the front. He looks down and then looks back up at you and begins to keep moving. He's very hurt, but definitely not incapacitated. That was him. This guy. Oh, come on. Why can I not turn you around? Here we go. So he comes into range. You start to see him there. You hear more noises coming from behind. Vespera, it's your turn.
Very good. Very, very good. I'm going to use Entangle.
All right.
I just need to figure out where. It's 20 feet. That's
I'm going to delete the blood effects from the last guy just because
a good idea. It's a bit
my
distracting.
brain.
So if I, that's not right. Excuse me. If I do it like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe here.
Okay.
I don't want it to get our dear friend in the crossfire there.
Right. What's the range and radius of it?
It is. So 20-foot square, starting from a point within range.
20-foot square. So it's like that kind of size. Oops. Approximately. Oh my God. Use the select tool, Russell. The select tool.
It's all right. These can be tricky. I want to get the zombies ahead of us.
Would it be like that?
That's a pretty good size, but if you can bring it more towards the one that's right in front of our dear sweet Alcas.
Do you want to put it here?
I'm just yeah, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful position.
That's where you would put it, right? That makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so what does it do?
It is going to mean that anyone within that zone will have to make a strength check against my spell save DC. It has to use an action in order to get through.
Okay, cool. Makes
So
sense.
it's concentration as well.
Okay.
I am going to also, I'm going to get Theo to bonus action us a little bit of a distance away.
Which direction? Where to?
We'll go back.
Give me a ping.
Go
back in
there.
there?
Yes. Hopefully I'll be able to. Okay, we'll go there so I can see. Because I still need to keep concentration.
Yep.
I think that'll be me.
That's you. That's your turn.
Yes,
All
please.
right. Cool. Very good.
If anyone else wanted to come along with me, you had the option. You've got Alex if you want to do that. Alcus. Yes. You've got options. Yeah. Cool.
So needs to turn around. Okay, cool. All right, that's his turn. Rokan, it is your turn. Maybe you can zoom in on the map a little bit for us, Jordan, if that's possible.
Oh,
Did
you're
you know
doing
you
the
can
map
use your
thing.
mouse wheel to zoom in?
Ooh, it's not really working for me.
No.
In that fashion, it's moving up and down,
Oh,
but not inwards.
you might find that something like Control or Shift or Alt will do it for you. But anyway, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Rokan, what are you doing? You presently are. Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, so Rokan, you're right there. Nearest zombie is here. Another zombie over here. This guy is dead, so I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take.
By the way, they are restrained if they're in the entangled zone.
Right, they will have to make strength checks, yes, but it is Rokan's turn.
Very good.
Can't hear anything. You have to bash it, mate. It's not working. You might need a new keyboard.
I'll try and win him one.
Try and win him a keyboard. I've got a spare keyboard floating around. No, keep trying, keep trying.
Why not?
Right,
There we go.
right. I will.
No, you muted again, Barry.
Is it bad over there? Could you unmute him?
I will run up to the zombie closest me.
Yep.
Let him have it with my axes, and if there's a zombie behind him, I'll push him into that zombie.
Okay, well, you might be able to do one thing or the other.
Yeah, I'll axe him first.
Okay, so we're going to make 2 attacks with your axes without advantage this time. Because
Yeah, I'll use Zephyr Strike.
you're going to use Zephyr Strike. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so do you want to take advantage on your first hit?
yeah.
Okay, so you get another attack for your first hit. So that
You
was.
should say, I'd like to ask you a question.
I want to ask you a question. Ask you something. Okay, so both those attacks will hit.
Yeah.
For sure. And you still have 5. You've got 30, 40, 55 feet of movement left. So you can zip around the field without provoking opportunity attacks right now.
Okay, I will do just that.
Okay, so you hit this guy, you hit him twice. Let's do damage for him.
Yeah.
It's a 9 and a 6.
9 and a 6. All right. Doo, doo, doo. 6. Well, the first guy is still alive and still standing. So do you bother to move? At this point, Zephyr Strike hasn't done anything especially useful for you except for advantage, but you didn't need it anyway.
I don't bother to move.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Very good. And you've hit both times. What does the second axe do as far as damage goes? Or did we already record that? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a 6.
That's right. Okay, in which case, it's this guy. Hear me trying to click on Zoom again. This guy is attacking Alcas. He's going to try and... Actually, he's close enough he doesn't need to try and break free. So he's just going to attack you from there. Alcas, what's your armor class? I'm not gonna
17 now.
He's just trying to reach you, and he's not trying to break free of his restraint, so he's just missing, and he's just out of range of your longsword, basically, or your longsword's keeping him at bay, shall we say. Alexander, it's your turn.
I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, that puts your armor class to what? 16, I think.
16, yeah.
Okay, very good. That's your action, bonus action, or what?
That is my action.
Okay, do you have any other bonus actions or movement that you'd like to take?
No, I do not.
Okay, so you're just hanging back in the other room.
Yeah.
At present, okay. Very good. So, in which case, this guy and this guy are going to make strength checks. What's the DC on the strength check?
13.
First one fails because it was a 7.
So he wastes his time.
Second one fails.
Very good.
Cool. And the other one's not even trying. Okay, so they're still stuck there. Okay. Sim. Alcas, it's your turn.
So with Alcas's last attack going so well, he's going to enter a rage.
Ooh, okay, cool.
This isn't a typical angry rage, though. This is more a gleeful, enjoying himself type rage.
Oh, okay. All right.
So there's going to be hearty laughter and everything as he's going.
All right.
And he's going to go for another strike with his longsword.
All right, very good.
At advantage because entangle?
Yes, actually, yes. I would also give you advantage because of your height differentiation standing on top of the altar, to be fair.
12.
12, that hits. These guys
Awesome.
have pathetically low armor class. So, yep, let's do damage.
So that is a 7 plus 3 for 10 plus sneak attack of 4, so 14 total.
14 total. Okay, so he makes a special saving throw, which he fails. You destroy him, and he is actually going to stay dead this time.
Nice, good job.
You can put a red splatter there if you wish.
As I strike him down, I'm going to jump down off this effigy and just march around the corner straight in front of these other two.
Okay.
You'll be in entangled zone, my friend.
We're now in the entangled zone. Yeah.
Entangled zone.
That's just rough terrain though, because I was not in it when it cast, correct?
Hmm.
Good question. Does anyone entering that terrain have any effects?
A creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed a saving throw or be restrained.
Right, now that makes sense. Okay, so then we'll just make it rough terrain, yeah. So you
Yeah.
just double speed, double.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So you have put yourself there. Excellent. Is that the end of your turn? You got any bonus actions?
Yes.
Yep.
Our bonus action was raging.
All right. The nearest zombie attacks you, Alcas, and falls over with a natural 1. So remember that he is prone, and you have advantage on your next attack. The zombie after that tries to make a strength save to break free of the entangle and gets a 14. Does that meet your DC?
Yeah.
Okay, so he...
Although he did use his action in order to do that.
But he does have movement still.
Yeah, he can move.
All right, he moves to here. Okay. Vespera, it's your turn.
Okay. I will move up to here. And where's my little creature? That
Oh,
one.
do you want me to move him for you, or you got him?
It's all right. It's because I'm like shifting in between the zones.
Yeah.
I'm going to bonk this dude.
Yep. Shillelagh again, still?
Yeah. It should still be up.
Yep.
Very good.
It's only been 12 seconds so far.
Very good. Once I can figure out where I've left it. All right. Is it advantage or not?
Yep, you have advantage because you're up on the thing.
Okay, very good.
I like to give advantage to height. It's not technically in the rules, but
Okay.
20 to hit.
Yeah.
It's a flaccid 20 though, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 8. 11 in total.
11 damage, okay, to that guy. Has he taken damage yet? Oh yeah, Rokan smashed him, didn't he? Okay, so 11 points of damage.
I'm going to bonus action,
Hold on
get
a
this
minute.
dude to take me back here.
You knocked him right down on the ground. So he makes a special save to see if he survives. Oh, he rolls a natural 20. He is not going to die. He immediately starts getting back up again after you clock him. He falls to the ground, bashes his head against the wall, and against the effigy's corner, the altar's corner.
When he does that,
Smashing the bottom of his
Theo
skull.
zooshes me
Yep.
away back into the other room.
He begins to rise up in front of Rokan, his face falling away, like the bottom half of his jaw just drops off.
There was something I forgot, actually.
Oh dear. What?
Sorry, it's been a while. When I teleport with this creature, it teleports in a burst of fire. So I should probably remember that.
Does that do damage?
Yeah, it does damage. So from now on, and probably during this time, I will remember this.
Okay. How many times can you use this creature?
Infinite, as long as it's in existence, and it lasts for an hour because I'm using a wild shape in order to do this.
But,
So,
but then, okay, so if you're using wild shape, you can't cast spells. You can only concentrate on spells.
I'm not in wild shape.
But you used a wild shape? This seems vastly overpowered to me.
It's just how it goes. That's how this build is. This subclass.
Okay.
Can have a look into it if you want afterwards.
All right.
It is kind of balanced because I don't use a wild shape.
It might also be a case of it's really powerful at low levels and then peters off.
Yeah.
That happens with some of these builds.
Okay, so I am teleporting using this during this turn. I will remember this, but when it leaves, anyone who's in that sort of zone,
you are also out of line of sight of your entangle now.
Okay, I can't see through the crack in the zone.
Not really. I mean, you can see through it if it was in front of you, like you can see here. Oh, damn it, I'm clicking the wrong thing again. Yeah, you can kind of see here, you can see here, you can see back to here. You could possibly see here, but I'm not convinced it would be easy to see around that corner. Like you wouldn't be able to see the center of it.
Okay, right. Okay, well, I will.
The hole that you've made is just the middle 5 foot thing, right? It's not the whole wall.
Right.
So it was just enough to smash. He's just smashed
Okay.
enough for one person to climb through.
Right. Okay, I'll just remain here so I don't hurt Rokan, but I will remember in future that it does have a bit of a blast zone.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. All right. This guy. 10, 15, 20. Rokan, your turn. More axes?
Okay, more axes.
Okay.
More axes.
Or
Chop,
axes.
chop.
Okay, Rokan, you also could move to flank that zombie. One of the zombies goes past you. You get an opportunity attack.
Okay, I'll do that.
Let's take the opportunity attack.
Yeah.
It's still in his zone, I think. Like there's a 5 foot area around the person that you can travel around. If you leave that zone.
It's a 19 for the opportunity attack.
Okay, that has hit.
And is that a second X attack as well?
Yep. No, not with the opportunity attack. No, just do damage on that guy.
That's a 7.
Okay. All right. And now for his primary attacks on the other guy.
Cool, yeah. That is a 19 and a 15.
Okay, they both hit.
Cool. Damage is an 8 and a 4.
8 and a 4, so that is 12. Yeah. 8. Yeah.
Yep.
12 damage. Oof. All right. He's very hurt. That's you, Rokan, for now. That guy's dead. Alexander, it's your turn.
I come out of the hole and I cast firebolt on the that one.
One in front of you.
One in front of me. Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Gotta go to that. Gotta close that. That is a 8.
8. 8 actually remarkably hits it. That is exactly a zombie's armor class.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
And that is a 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
And Rokan did damage to it before.
Yeah. Okay. That's the same zombie, which I think it is. He goes down. Does he get up? We shall find out momentarily. No, you blast him, and he is dead.
Again.
Yeah.
The zombie that you've just opportunity attacked, who has gone past you, Barry. You hit him, and then a firebolt comes flying past behind you, smashes him in the chest. Burns up, staggering backwards down the hallway, and after he takes about 3 steps, he collapses to the ground.
Rokan yells out, "Smoking bad for you."
I'm going to give you disadvantage for the rest of the scene because that was entirely out of character, and there is no smoking in the world of Sidario. So
there must be.
Why
Pipe smoking?
Pipe smoking? Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Weed? Yeah.
Other smoking?
Yeah. Zombie be dead. Next zombie moves forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. So there's 2 next to you now, Rokan. He does not get to attack, however. Alcas, it's your turn.
After hearing the smoking is bad for you joke from behind me, with a hearty chuckle, I'm just going to go for another longsword swing on the zombie in front of me.
All right, roll to hit.
19.
19 hits for sure.
So that is 4 plus 2, so 6.
Okay, so 6 points of damage. Excellent. The next zombie's dead. The next zombie. Okay, so he's still presently. Oh, no, that guy broke out of the entangle, so he's going to move to here and try and get you from behind. Now he has advantage because he's flanking you. That's probably. What's your AC?
17.
Yeah, meets it and beats it.
Nice.
Okay, so he hits you for a huge 4 points of bludgeoning damage in the back of the head.
4 points of bludgeoning, that is halved because I'm raging.
Raging, yep, for sure. Okay, so you take 2 bludgeoning. Vespera.
Okay.
Vespera.
I'm gonna hit this. Oh, that's once again. That's not the map. Hit this dude.
Okay. Shillelagh
Bonk him
again?
with the shillelagh. Yep.
Clock. Okay. 8.
Nope.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
8 hits.
I forget how terrible these guys are.
They are. They're annoying because they keep getting up, but besides that, they're hopeless.
So 10 for the dude in front of me.
10 for the dude in front of you. All right.
I'm going to get my little friend to go over here. This is in his zone.
All right.
Don't attack of opportunity. It doesn't deserve it. And then I'm going. Oh.
Doesn't deserve it.
It doesn't deserve it.
Oh, I think everyone deserves it.
It's going to. I'm going to ask it to teleport. Suggesting that Alcas also teleport along with it.
Okay.
If he doesn't, then it's going to hurt him a hell of a lot.
Elkis is loving life at the moment in the middle of the battle.
I love that you're into that.
So do you have to be a willing participant to be teleported?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
he teleports out of there. The damage that it radiates is okay. It must succeed on a Dex saving throw, DC 13.
Okay, and Alcas, you probably have to make that save too.
Unless you go along with it.
Okay, you make the save.
Yeah, I'll just make the save.
Okay, sweet. Anything that doesn't has to take 1d6 plus 2 fire damage.
All right, let's do your fire damage.
Oh, I see. 1d6. So 5.
5 fire damage.
Do I take half on a?
No,
do I take half on a succeed or just nothing?
Nothing. Don't worry. If you succeed, you've successfully evaded it.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn, Vesper?
Yeah.
Okay. He is going to try and punch you in the face, and he misses. It's going to be Rokan's turn next. Rokan, more axes?
Oh, more axes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get 2 attack rolls on a zombie, please. 17 hits.
Into
Good
16.
job.
Hits. Okay.
A 5 and a 3.
5 and a 3. Okay, so that's, what's that? 8 points of damage?
8. Yep. 8 points of damage.
Okay, you're chopping up the zombie. It's looking very, very hurt. He's got wounds all over him from your axes. You've cracked his ribs. You've busted through his armor. And bits of him are beginning to fall off, but he's still intact enough to keep fighting right now.
How about you go away now?
Alexander, it is your turn.
I go and I'm going to firebolt this guy. I can't ping at the moment, so I'm going for that guy.
Okay.
Firebolt.
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 It's a good idea.
No, that was a 6, so never mind.
I mean, it's a good
Crashes into the
idea.
wall. Firebolt goes scorching the wall over here somewhere. Instead, okay, is that the end of your turn, Alexander? You got anything else?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, that zombie's dead. Next zombie. Okay, this is the guy next to you, Rokan, trying to attack you, and he gets a 12. Rokan's armor class is
14.
14. It misses. Alcas.
Yes. My turn.
Yes.
So with the fireball exploding into the wall behind me, I'm gonna spin around and attack the guy behind me that punched me in the head.
Yep.
For a 21 to hit.
You hit. Let's do some damage.
Oof, 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. All right. You chop into him. You go right through, cleave through his collarbone and into his chest. You assume that would probably cut all the way through to his heart, but yet he doth not care and continues against you. Do you have any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue?
No.
Okay. All right. This zombie's dead. This zombie is still alive. And he tries to attack you back. Oh, he rolls a natural 1, falls on his face. Okay, so that's this guy here is now on his face behind you, and he is no longer giving advantage to his friend. And you would have advantage to attack him because he's prone for the next, whilst you're in melee at least. Vespera?
Right, shillelagh dude in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Do. Nice. Should be fine. So 8.
8 points of damage. The guy in front of you. Okay. That guy is going to make a saving throw. He dead.
Good. Then I'll do the old back and forth with Theo. I won't move Theo because you know how it goes. But she will be doing, was it 1d6?
I think that's what you said.
Yeah. To you too, my friend.
So at this point, is Rokan making a save?
No, Rokan's fine. Theo will move into the zone with its movement and then teleport out using its action.
Right.
So it's only Alcus that really show you on the dolly. This
show
way.
me on the dolly where you touch.
Movement and then teleport.
So it's the same one. Okay, the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Save.
That is a 14.
Keeping it simple. Yeah, you're
Save.
fine.
Yep.
Ah.
Cool.
And
It's D6 damage.
that will be 7
7.
for the other dudes if they fail.
Okay. Damage 7. Okay.
I'm glad you're so dexterous. This makes it so much easier.
This guy goes down. This guy. Oh fuck. 7, you say?
7.
This guy. This guy goes down too.
That's my girl.
And that leaves one zombie at this point. Is that the end of Theo's turn?
Absolutely.
Rokan,
you have one zombie in your vicinity.
Okay.
You want to move to his...
Yes, I'm going to take him on.
you want to move around him, or
I'll use Zephyr Strike to get behind him.
already used Zephyr Strike?
Oh, have I?
You don't need to use Zephyr Strike to get behind him. You can move behind him. It's
Okay, I'll move behind him.
okay. And you're going to hit him with 2 hand axes.
Yes.
Please, Jordan.
Natural 20 for 25
Awesome.
Okay, so that's
and a 13
okay, so they both hit, and the natural 20 gets a critical damage roll, please.
damage. Yes. So the crit damage is 12, and the other is a 5.
Okay. And the other is 5. Okay.
Me like it when body stays still.
Okay, his constitution.
Me also.
And he fails his con save, and he is dead.
Well done, Rokan. Well done.
Good job.
All right, so you have finally cleared up all of these zombies.
I'll bring Theo next to me. Give Theo all the little pats.
All right. It's in your face, fluttering around, being all Theo-like. All
And
right.
I will let the entangle dissipate.
Okay. Let's remove it then.
Yes.
So, actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to move it so you can't see it.
It's a good idea. It's a pretty good marker.
Yep. Okay, so what do you do now?
I take my other good berry.
Okay.
I was just getting fired up, but your little friend seems to beat me to it.
That's what she's good for. That's what she's known for.
Time for dinner.
Everything seems to have gone quiet at this point.
All right.
Rokan's sitting down, cross-legged, eating.
The rest of the effigy just crumbles away as it's no longer being supported from where you smashed through the hole. The rest of it just collapses in on that hole. It falls apart in about 3 sections over a period of a few, maybe 20 seconds.
Should we perhaps have a look inside the room again?
Yes, and as you say that, I'm already going through the hole.
Okay.
Oh, before you go, let's get lit, and I guide you in a millennial way. No, in a zoomer way.
In the zoom away.
Yeah.
Well, we are on Zoom.
We are on Zoom.
So yeah, I go in, and I'm gonna go to the chest that has already been booby trapped.
Yep.
And I'm going to investigate it.
All right. You can make an investigation check, please.
And I pull out my trusty magnifying crystal and get in very close and have a look.
All right. So let's.
And that is a 23.
A 23.
Why couldn't that be for a firebolt? I don't know.
Right.
You win some, lose some.
Well, the you don't know where the rest. You haven't seen any handless zombies around here, so you don't know where this hand came from.
Does the hand look like it was come from a zombie?
It's hard to tell. I mean, in either case, it's a dead hand. What you will notice is it does have a signet ring on it. That is one of the Kaelyn signet symbols. So it's one of the ancestors, probably from this tomb. It seems to point in that direction, so to speak.
Hey, where everybody gone?
Right.
We're in here.
Should bring Rokan in.
Oh, you all this way. Okay.
You can zoom in on the map if you want. If that's helpful.
No, I'm cool.
Not you. All right. We could even unshare it now, I suppose. We're no longer in combat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do that.
Did you find something?
You
Do
do
you want
see
us to give you a hand?
way you think you can figure out how to untrap this thing, but it will require somebody to make a sleight of hand check. You think you know how the mechanism works.
I would like to at least have a look at how the mechanism works to see if I can notice one on the other side.
Okay, you can have an investigation check.
If anyone touches that, let me instill some guidance in you.
I'll cast 12. Okay, so you're giving guidance for that. So you want to use your guidance?
I will guide you.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
roll
1d4?
Yep, add a d4 to that check.
14.
So 14. Yeah, you can see how this trap works. Out of game, I'm not any kind of trap expert, so I'm not going to try and describe its clever mechanisms, except to say that it is a clever mechanism. It's about as advanced a mechanism as you'll get in Sidariel, which has pretty low technology overall. It's basically a case of you try and tamper with it, and this claw will spring open like a rat trap, and catch your hand in this miniature bear trap that's embedded in the front of the chest itself. There's like a handle on the front of it, and if you go to grab that handle and you pull it, it literally just springs the mechanism.
Noting that, I'm going to grab a torch out of my bag and go to the other chest.
Okay.
And see if I can activate or see if there's another mechanism on that other chest to activate it.
Would you like more guidance?
No, it's fine. I know how it works now. I'm staying well out of if it does go off, it's just going to hit a torch.
All right. Well,
Okay, I believe in you.
the trap does indeed go off.
Me not sure.
And
Me
it
not
crushes
sure.
the
Me
torch.
not sure.
Breaks the end off the torch, snapping it. It's a pretty nasty looking trap. But there's still a lock.
Unless anyone else wants to have a go, I'll crouch down and have a go at picking the lock.
All right. So you
Okay.
sleight of hand check.
By the flames that burn, may you find guidance. I'm giving it to you whether you like it or not.
I'll use it.
Yeah.
18.
So-
All right. You managed to pick this lock.
Plus guidance, so 20.
Nice. Inside this box, you find a ton of silver and gold and platinum coins. There's also some oils and ointments. There's a dragon chest set. You find another wooden box inside it, and in yet a further wooden box, you find some horseshoes and a bamboo fan.
I look at Alexander after Alcus opens it, because it's really tempting.
I'm just straight up pocketing some stuff, like
What are you pocketing?
just some of the platinum or gold or.
Okay, well, I mean, there's a total of 10 platinum pieces, 200 silver pieces, and about 160 gold. And it's all stacked in the coins. What you will notice that these coins are old coins. They're not present coins. Like if you went to a store with them, you would be, they would probably take them, and they'd probably be considered worth more than their value, but you'd also be extraordinarily traceable. You know, you'd be bringing attention to yourself if you used them. You know that much.
Okay, I'm just going to try and take one of each, one silver, one gold, and one platinum.
Okay.
More as a token rather than currency.
Fair enough. All right. And as I say, there's 2 boxes.
Unless Alex is going to try to stop me.
I'm not going to go stop him.
All right. Very good. What are you doing, Alex?
I'm opening the other chest.
Okay, so you're going to make a sleight of hand chest to check. Do
Yes,
that.
I am.
Do you
And
have
that is
thieves?
a natural 1. I do have thieves' tools.
You do have thieves tools. Wow,
And I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
interesting. Well,
Apparently not tonight, though.
this particular thieves tool is now broken,
Excellent.
and the end of it's just snapped off.
Me thinks that's not the way it works. Me thinks.
No, Rokan, that is not how it works. I get my mace out and I smash the lock.
Okay, do you want to make an athletics check?
Yeah, we can do that. That's a 4.
Okay, this is a very sturdy chest you're discovering.
Why not get man that open lock before the open lock again?
I wanted to be special. Elkas, come open this chest. And I
Oh,
go
sure.
over and sulk.
I'm fairly certain that's why I'm here on this job for things like this.
Me hope he not break lock.
19. Okay, so you said
Elkas had trouble.
first thing you have to do is get the end of the other lockpick out, and once you've done that, you're able to actually start working with the mechanism, and you're able to set off the lock, and you hear it, and the lid.
Ta-da! And I
you-
just take a bow and step back.
Right, and stepping back, you open it up. Who's opening it up?
I am. I move back as soon as he gets the lock picked.
Okay, and then you step in and open the lid.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. To your surprise, this chest is empty.
Is there any false bottoms to it? Can I do an investigation check with my magnifying crystal?
You can make an investigation check.
Excellent. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You don't believe there are any false bottoms in this chest, but what you do believe is that somebody has already looted this chest. And yeah, they basically, the thing is with the trap, you can still unlock the chest and get into it, even once the trap's gone off. So they've obviously set off the trap, broken in, looted it, closed the chest, and left.
And relocked it.
And relock.
By closing the chest, it locks itself.
Okay.
I would like to pick up the fan.
Okay.
Are there any blood drops?
Any blood drops? You do notice some blood drops around the place. In fact, looking around now, without any kind of conflict going on around you, you can make perception checks.
While this is happening, I would also like to pick up the hand that was on the trap and wave it in Alex's face, saying, "It looks like someone beat you to it."
What did you get for your perception? Rokan was a 4.
17.
19.
19 for me.
19 for you, 17, 4, and 9. Okay, so Alex and Vespera, you will notice there is some broken pieces of glass on the floor that have, well, not glass, it's pottery, actually. And it seems to be drenched in blood, or something like it, some sort of red liquid. Looks like blood.
I put my finger in the liquid and kind of rub it with my fingers.
Right. As you're looking at that, you notice that there are little scraps of flesh in that blood.
Maybe that's what this was. You know how there was a fleshy body sort of thing on top of the altar? Maybe it originally came from the urn, or an urn.
Possibly.
You are noticing there's white dust in small quantities around the floor and walls as well, particularly around the throne itself.
And with that, I go up to the throne and get out my trusty magnifying glass, crystal, crystal, and I start looking at the crystals and the powder.
Okay. Would you like to make another investigation check?
Rokan will go up with him.
Okay.
Dirty 21.
Dirty 21. Dirty 21. Can you make an Arcana check, please?
I can certainly. It
Is
is a dirty 22.
22. These things look like the remnants of spell components to you. You've seen people cast spells where they've used like little vials of liquid or something and smashed them at the time of casting, things like that. And it looks that's what this reminds you of. Somebody's crushed these bottles during some kind of spell casting.
Someone's definitely been in this room casting spells.
Looking at the white powder, how do you examine that? I mean, it looks like fine, dusty white powder. It could be. It's not flour. It's too thin.
I get a little bit on my finger, and I do the classic thing where I lick it off my finger and go.
Why?
All
I
right.
let it aerate around my all my taste buds.
I'm going to get you to make a nature check actually for that.
You make good orc one day.
5. I have no idea.
No idea what that is. It's nothing that you recognize.
Yeah, I recognize no.
Rokan wants to have a look if you can take this throne with you.
The throne is definitely not something you can move. It's built into the floor.
Cool. That's what he expected.
But looking around there, Rokan, you are seeing that there are swords and axes and bows, and there's like a tube with a bunch of arrows sticking out of it on one side.
Ooh, are they good bows and arrows? Better than mine?
Look quite good. You pick one of them up.
Yep.
Examine it. The bow that you pick up is it's a human style bow, so it's kind of different to yours. It's more like a horse bow. This is a short bow that is designed for shooting from mounted, for mounted combat.
Yep.
Arrows look like they're, fairly sturdy as well. Yeah.
Would the arrows be any good in my bow?
Well, you can certainly collect them and use them if you want to.
Okay, I do that.
All right, so you can add 20 arrows to his inventory if you wish.
What does the fan look like?
Cool.
I say to our illustrious leader, I just borrow.
The fan
That's absolutely fine.
The fan is, when you open it up, it's got this green and blue pattern on it that resembles like a kind of, how they used to draw pictures of the wind blowing, like a gust, if you like, something like that.
You also mentioned that the weapons on the wall, there were some spears.
There are spears, there are shields, there is a scimitar.
I'd like to take one of the spears down and just start spinning it around, feeling it's a decent weight to it and all that
Like
sort of quality.
You would say it would be a +1 spear, in fact.
Ooh, I'm definitely going to try and keep that, unless Alex is going to have a problem with us stealing from her bosses, or his bosses, sorry.
I have no issue with it as long as my bosses don't see what my bosses don't see. My bosses don't know.
Well, perhaps we should take everything then.
You think it's very
We can
well,
sell it.
like the weapon is very well forged. You don't think that it's magical.
Okay.
But it is +1. You might say it's like adamantite or something like that.
I don't like using my longsword that often. It draws a lot of attention, so I may borrow this for the time being.
I really like this fan. I think it's beautiful.
Are there any
I'm going to hold
quarterstaff?
on to it.
Okay. Quarterstaves? No.
No. Okay, that's fine.
No.
What about these horseshoes? One each for good luck.
I think we can leave the horses behind.
Him no like horse around. Hmm.
Well, I'm going to
Mm.
take one because I believe that they are good luck.
So do you look at these horseshoes? You examine them
Um,
anyway.
I might
No.
You can investigate them if you want.
and I'm going to not use my magnifying crystal for this because I'm not really that interested. But I'm got a 12.
For the 12, you notice that they do have writing on the insides of them, and they are exceedingly well forged horseshoes. They seem to be perfectly clean despite their age and have no damage at all.
What do they say on them?
What languages can you read and write?
Common and Elvish.
You see that in Elvish, they don't, whatever it says on it in Elvish doesn't make any sense.
Hmm. And in seeing that, I think actually I will take this and I pick it up and put it in my bag.
So what, you take one because I've got one.
There are 4 of them.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that's funny. 4 of us, 4 of
Yeah,
them.
one for each of us because we are
The horseshoes.
Yeah, the
the
horseshoes.
horseshoes.
I'll go and take that one.
You go, you take that one.
I like that
I'll
one.
take this one. You are Alcus, one for you.
I hang it
Thank
off
you.
my belt.
For good
Russell.
luck.
Okay, hang it off your belt. Very good.
Yeah.
Does this material that it's made from, untarnished and all that, have any similarities to my sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you're not a metallurgist, so you can't be sure, but I mean, either that or they have just never been used and they were made of the same exact steel to begin with, you know, something like that maybe. They have the horseshoes, actually, I'll say they have a slightly bluish tint to them in the metal, as if they were forged with some sort of you've seen people forging metal with different colored powders that puts a tint into them. So yeah. Now don't forget, if you're still looking in the box inside the chest that you did open that was not looted, there are 2 more boxes inside those boxes.
Rogan will have a look.
Okay. Well, you lift out this wooden box that's about probably the size of your computer monitor in terms of its looking down at it from the top.
Yeah.
It's a wooden box, and it's ornately carved with patterns that you think might be religious. You're not sure. And it has a little clasp on one side, and it has hinges on the other side.
Wizard man,
Yes.
over here. Look at this.
I look at it and I pull out my magnifying crystal.
All right. Well, the carvings seem to be pretty ornamental, but they do kind of again. There's a kind of emblematic of the sea and the wind and the elements, if you like. There's a little brass clasp on the inside and hinges on the other. There is a lock, actually. There is a lock as well, but this lock has a key in it.
I turn the key and I open the box.
Okay. Inside are 6 objects wrapped in cloth. They're about yay long.
Would I have an idea of what they are? If it's like a burial thing?
Not at this point.
Okay. I unravel one.
It appears to be a very fine dagger. Beautiful dagger.
I then go unravel all the others.
They're all daggers, exactly the same. 6 perfect, beautiful daggers. They look like they're very light and very sharp.
How many houses are
How many houses?
there?
In the whole city?
Yeah, in the whole like the main houses and like the minor major houses, if that makes sense.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 major yeah, 9 major houses, and then there's a whole bunch
11?
of smaller.
The list you sent me, Russell, says 11.
Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11, you say? I've got actually a list of 10 here.
I might have miscounted.
I start using the the fan
Sorry,
on
10.
me.
I can't count.
It blows air on your face.
I know.
I'd like to pick up one of the
If
daggers
this was
and
wind
just
fan,
start.
I'd have to use an action. But I'm not.
I'd like to pick. Sorry. I'd like to pick up one of the daggers and just start tossing it to see how well it's weighted. Is it ornamental or has it got some use to it?
It's a +1 dagger.
Ooh.
Again, you don't know if it's finely crafted or if it's magical in this case. You don't know.
Are there any like symbols or writing or anything on the hilts?
Yes.
Do I know what? Can I see what they say?
They are
Or
written
see
in
what that's
Elven, and they are again indecipherable. I mean, you can make an Arcana check, perhaps.
I will make an Arcana check and get a dirty 20.
Okay, yes, they are indeed enchanted daggers. They are indeed, well, at least from what's written on them, you would say. So you don't have any solid proof of this because you haven't cast detect magic, but there's evidence of them having been forged magically.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have that spell?
No, I do not have that spell.
What kind of wizard are you?
Sorcerer.
A sorcerer. That's what I am.
That's right. You're a sorcerer. Filthy sorcerer.
Filthy sorcerer. Well, I take 2 of the daggers.
Okay. Very good. You now have 2 +1 daggers that you can add to your inventory.
Do you by chance pass on that these might have some magical property?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Okay.
We did mention
Ulrich is watching everybody being
Ulrich
interested.
is not here. You are playing Rokan.
Rokan is watching everybody do their thing.
Yep.
And if the throne is big enough, he'll sit down and have rest.
Okay, so you're resting on the throne. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very slightly sticky.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah, fair enough.
It would be. I don't care.
Should we take the coins as well?
There is
Yeah,
another
the
box.
platform.
Thing.
The platinum. Sorry, platinum. Gonna wait too long.
There is still another box that these daggers can't like these daggers.
Should I? Let me do it.
This next box is underneath that box, and it's a bit smaller actually. Again, it's a wooden box. Clearly set in here as part of a burial. Must have belonged to whoever owned this tomb, whoever's tomb this is. This one has cord wrapped around the outside of it.
I'll unwrap it.
Okay. There is, as you go to unwrap it, you realize that it's sealed with wax.
I'll undo the wax.
Do the wax.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so it opens, and inside it are these arm braces, like armor for your arms. They're made of leather. They have studs in them. They're beautiful. They, again, have some scribbly writing on them, which will turn out to be Elven for anyone that can read it.
If I know what these can do, I could use them.
Oh, well, I can read Elven. That looks like Elven on them.
It says something about, you see the name Solanor mentioned. You can make a religion check if you like.
Something Solanor.
Okay.
Never heard that name before.
May I also make one?
Yep, you can make a religion check.
6. I have no idea.
Failed.
Yeah.
Failed. Vespera.
10.
Failed. And
There were 6 of these daggers, right? And
yeah,
Alex took 2.
Rokan got an 18.
Rokan, I guess you know who Solanor is because you have a favored enemy, and that is elves. And Solanor is one of the elfin gods.
Solanor is an elven god.
Spits.
Are you all right there, Rokan?
It's an elven god.
I will put one on.
Okay, you put it on. It's on your arm.
Was it?
It has no immediate effect in any kind of mechanical way, right? Second.
Should I keep these or do?
Bad luck have Solanor on
I don't know, Solanor.
Solanor.
You might have been a good person. I don't know. I will just. I don't know. Here,
They
I'll
look
give.
like, I'm going to show you what they look like. Actually, these particular
Okay.
braces.
It might not match my aesthetic.
Probably not.
So
They look pretty much like
is it blue and green?
this.
Oh, they're not too bad.
Well, they have arrows on them.
I'll take them off.
Our
What about-
friend here has proven that he's pretty efficient with arrows. I'm a simple man, but arrows plus guy with arrows?
I think we don't give them the gauntlets with the Solonor's braces with Solonor's
Okay.
face on them.
How about-
I tell you what.
How about
tell
I
you
keep
what.
them and then you can have this beautiful fan. Here
I
you are,
don't-
Rokan.
Me no one beautiful fan.
Why not? It's beautiful.
Let
It'll
me,
keep you warm, keep you cool when it's so hot.
Brace is too small for me, huh?
They have
What about you, Alcast? Do you want them?
They do have straps. You can adjust them. They you could wear them if you wanted to. Any of you could wear them if you wanted to.
Yeah. Any of you wear them. Me no wear them because
Okay.
I mean, if no one else wants them, but at the stage I'm just juggling the 4 remaining daggers that weren't taken.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're
Okay.
juggling them. Okay.
I'll take the
Yep.
I'll
Acrobatics.
take the braces. I'll take these braces.
Performance.
This is a dexterity-based thing, so I'm
Okay.
gonna look at acrobatics.
That's fair.
I think I stabbed myself.
Ow, 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 ow.
Juggle them for a few seconds before they start clattering on the floor. Obviously,
Alexander, here. I'll give you the fan.
I graciously take the fan and flip it and start fanning myself.
Okay, very cool.
So beautiful.
Being the fabulous queen that I am.
Okay. We better get going.
I agree.
There's also a whole bunch of oils and honeys and alcoholic
Might be potions. Might be potions.
stored foods.
I look at Elkas and go,
Ooh.
there may be alcohol in there. You might enjoy that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely opening one of the things of alcohol and giving it a sniff.
That actually smells okay.
Then I'm taking a swig.
You can
I'll
take-
have a look at the food.
All right, the food seems to be in two different camps. Some of it is entirely spoiled and full of maggots,
Let us remember I'm an orc.
pretty much gone. That's true. You could just eat the maggots straight up.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, there are like something like iron rations boxed up as well. It's almost like being in the cabin of a boat for a very, very long voyage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, his soul needs food, of course.
correct.
Does it not? Yeah.
Are there any potions of healing in there?
Nope.
If there were potions of healing in there, then these guys wouldn't be dead.
I slightly chuckle at that one.
Are you all right? Like you got pretty hurt, right? So
I'm better than I was before.
Anybody want some of these
What does he
Right.
eat?
maggots?
oh no, thank you.
No.
Oh,
No,
More
you,
for you.
Tastes
no.
good after a while.
I've got all the sustenance I need here, and I'll just
I'm
take another
taking-
swig and just keep drinking.
I'm taking some of
maybe
the
I
berry.
save some for you for later on.
That's
Oh yes,
I
definitely.
can't
Later on,
give you all the good berries. We gotta save some for just in case, you know.
Can I get a perception check from everyone, please?
Do we take the coins and stuff, or we're just leaving that?
Well, you can take some of them. I mean, the platinum ones. There's 10 platinum pieces. That's not that heavy.
Right.
The
I already took one of those.
160 odd gold coins is a little bit heavier. I mean, you could probably carry them, but
Why don't we just separate them?
split them up between you. And there's
I do-
silver too.
Ulrika is apologizing to the dead person.
So there's 10 platinum, 200 silver, and 160 gold.
He's explaining to whoever owns this place that he's using these to avenge the cruel thing that's been done.
Right.
Yes.
Would you like to make a persuasion check?
Did you say 160
Okay.
gold?
160 gold.
Right by.
Persuasion check is a 3,
Okay.
Oh, it's not
which is a
good.
4 plus or minus 1.
Okay. Fair enough.
I
Which-
tried.
You try.
Okay, he's
He's-
finished
he-
here. He's on his way out now.
Sorry,
I
how
see.
many
They-
silver was there?
How did I say?
200.
200
It
silver.
was 50 silver each,
Okay.
40 gold, and 2 people get 2 platinum and 2 people get 3.
Yeah, I took
I
2
leave-
platinum.
I leave all the money that is given to me in the box.
Okay.
I take 3 platinum.
Does anyone go platinum?
I take
I
more
definitely
platinum.
try swipe the platinum that he put back.
Okay, you do that.
So how much is
I take
Rokan getting?
Really?
He'll get 3.
Platinum.
So 3 for Vespera, 3 for Rokan, and then I'll take
Now,
my 2 plus your 2.
make a note somewhere that this stuff is all
40 gold.
ancient coinage.
Ooh.
This is not just standard coins. You can't just spend this the way that you would spend other coins.
God, it's so hard to do that in this.
Rokan takes the ancient coins and he leaves them here.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
He only takes what he considers necessary.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. You will, I mean, to be fair, these platinum coins, you know they're worth hundreds of gold pieces.
Mm.
So I think he just takes the platinum and leaves the silver and gold.
Yep.
Yes.
Fair enough. As previously mentioned, there's also a chariot in here. There's a shield on the wall, a scimitar, seven swords on the wall.
Can I use swords? No.
Yes,
Can
you,
I?
you can use them.
Okay, I will have a look if any of them are any good.
They're all very good.
You know, I'll swing them around and do what a sword person would do to test the weight.
Well, they are encrusted in clay to keep them in high quality. So swinging them around, you'd have to smash the clay off them.
Oh, no, perhaps not. No, this belongs to them. No. I don't want somebody's spirit haunting me for the rest of my life. No.
I look at my my little spirit moth. Are you haunting me? Nah, you could never haunt me.
No.
I'm a lot less superstitious than this one, and I'll take the shield down off the wall.
Okay.
Let's see if this thing's any good. Someone hit me.
It's very
See? Oh, I'll
pull
come
out my
over and hit
weapon.
him. I'll hit him.
Oh, everyone's wailing on you.
I pull out my mace.
Let you make.
Wait.
All right. Do we roll to hit, or do we just
Yep.
spend 10 minutes fucking around?
I'm gonna roll to hit.
Okay.
Are you aiming for me or the shield, though?
We'll see what the score says, and then a dirty 20.
Um, it's a pretty solid shield, but it is just a shield. But it's a very nice shield, and it does have the emblems of House Kaelyn on it.
That might be the other thing. That might not be good.
So it's
I couldn't use that. It's too
it's a beautiful
metally.
shield.
Dunk, dunk.
Yes. Maybe with the emblems, it might be a bit too obvious.
Shall we perhaps have a look around? See
Yes.
if the place is clear.
Last but not least is the dragon chess set that's in there as well, which is a beautiful old dragon chess set covered in cobwebs and stuff, but it's incredibly pretty and chunky and bulky and heavy, but beautiful.
And staying in the box, because I don't think anyone wants Dragon Chess set.
Okay.
Oh yes, no, I'm always good for keen for a good game, and another set of dragon chess pieces would be great.
They are, as I said, big and bulky and heavy, but yes, beautiful and worth a lot, you expect. They're made of this very fancy, the black and white pieces. You know, the white pieces have like a pink running through them, veins of pink stone, and the black pieces have veins of silver threaded through them as well.
You want to take it, don't you? I can see
Yes,
it in your eyes.
I'm just trying to figure out what I can throw out to make it fit.
The board itself is the size of a small coffee table, but it does fold up underneath. The legs underneath it fold up, and the surface of it is marble.
Okay, won't take it, but I'll move it over towards the entrance that we smashed in.
Okay.
So on our way out, I might pick it up.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Look around. Everyone?
I start making my way outside back into the hallway.
All right.
Same here.
Okay. Well, I'll get everyone to roll a
Initiative.
initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
That is a 6 for me, and
Nope.
a
Natural one.
21 for Rokan.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Going here now.
Very good. Okay. So as
Yeah.
you start moving, you're coming out. You're gonna go left or right as you come out of that entranceway, out of that space.
We make a right, so heading this way.
Yes.
Okay, so you get to the corner, and you see all of the various sarcophagi set back into the walls as you get to the corner. There's cobwebs in the ceiling and such like. Everything's quiet, but I will get you to make a perception check.
Certainly. That is a 16 for Rokan and
Ditto.
a 13 for me.
Okay,
It's a 7 for me. I'm still thinking about that dragon chess set.
right. Is that everybody?
Yep.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Okay, so we got a 16 for Vespera, a 16 for Rokan. Everyone else pretty much has failed this. The two of you, Vespera and Rokan, as you come out from that chamber and you start moving down the hallway in the direction of the corner, you hear something clatter back in the room from whence you came. Like something knocked over or something.
You hear that?
I do.
Me, go back and have a look just in case something come behind us.
Okay, be careful.
I will.
Please don't be the dragon chess set falling over.
I see what your priorities are.
I'm
and you go
gonna
back.
go
It's
and have a
really
look.
pretty.
All right, Rokan, you come back to the entranceway and you peek through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you make
I'll
a
be there with you.
please? You can put them there, yeah, on the cuspboard. That's fine. Just enough that we know that he's looked through and we can see what's inside. So we'll get a perception check from Rokan.
What was that, sorry?
Perception, please.
Perception. That was a natural 20 for a 22.
A natural 20 for a 22. What you see, Rokan, as you glance into this room, is that some of the pieces of the dragon chess set have indeed been knocked over. They seem to be pretty sturdy when you left. And you see that the surface of that dragon chess board has got like dust on it because it's very old and it's been here for a long time. And you see these marks like somebody's cleaned off little spots, tiny little spots on top of it. It was a natural 20. They look like tiny footprints, to be honest, but not like not footprints that you would recognize. They're not footprints that you can really kind of.
They're not a rat or anything like that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they've got two. It's whatever it is. It's got two claws on each foot, and one claw at the back of its heel. And there's very slightly marked the chessboard itself, and they've padded their way across the top of the board.
I go in further and look up.
Okay, you look around.
Yeah, up and down.
Yep, you don't see anything. Nothing unusual.
Okay.
See a spider in the corner, a little one. A couple of rats actually are in here. They come out from behind the food barrels.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Rokan?
At that point, Rokan, you notice that there's a centipede that crawls out from behind the throne and kind of crawls over the top of the throne and around down the arm of the throne. It stops when it thinks that you've seen it.
Yeah.
And it continues back down and behind the throne again.
Okay. I'll go and look behind the throne.
Okay. You see the tail of the centipede disappear under the throne.
Under. I look under the throne.
As you're looking under the throne, you hear across the room, and you hear another dragon piece chess piece fall over.
I stand up real quick, have a look around.
Nothing.
Hello, any spirits here? Hello, don't answer me, please.
I start making my way into the room.
Okay.
And I think I hear him say this.
Yep.
And I act very childishly and just go, Rokan, you have stolen from me.
Like I told you before, it's not stolen, it's borrowed. Borrowed to get the people who open your tomb.
Alexander, you can make a perception check.
I will make a perception check. Character. That is a 19.
You see a centipede crawling across the ceiling out from this tomb and towards the exit way, like the main exit up here.
Yep. Firebolt.
Fireball. Okay. You know, roll to hit the centipede.
Should,
That is a 9?
What was
give
it?
us some warning.
A 9.
Sadly, that misses.
Of course it bloody does.
The centipede keeps moving towards the exit. Rokan, what are you doing?
How big is the centipede?
It's about a foot long.
So it's bigger than a normal centipede.
Wow, this is a fantasy world. There are big centipedes. It's a big centipede, but it's not necessarily a special centipede.
Could it knock over a? Because Rokan's trying to figure this out now. Could it
Could
knock
have
over a chess piece?
Yeah, it could have knocked over a chess piece, but the thing is, you didn't see it knock over a chess piece, and you also noticed these funny little claw prints.
Yeah, and they're not like centipede prints.
Nothing like centipede prints. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's got me flustered. Oh, he scratches his head.
All right, Alcas, what are you doing?
I'm just outside, hearing like a bit of a commotion going on back in there.
Yeah.
You see a fireball come through.
Yeah, seeing
a
a fireball.
You can make a
If
perception check to see the centipede if you want.
Yeah, I was going to say, if the centipede does, if I do see it and it comes out, I would like to try stab at it with
May I please do the same?
It's on the ceiling. You can't
I'm
stab
doing
at it.
anyway.
16.
17.
To stab at it, you'd need to use a range attack. Really, it's not something you can reach from the ground,
Okay.
from the floor. You both see it, yes.
Mm.
Then yes, I would like to the spear that I picked up.
Yeah.
Throw that at it.
Okay, you're gonna roll to hit with your spear.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
No, that clatters to the floor, unfortunately. Yeah. Scrapes across the ceiling for a moment, taking off some of the beautiful paintwork that you realized was there with this amazing mural that's been designed. But that's okay, you know. It's nothing like a bit of tomb robbing.
Okay. Right.
The centipede keeps moving towards the exit. Alex, it's your turn.
I go over to the throne as well and pull out my magnifying crystal and start going in over it.
You want to make another investigation check?
Certainly, I can do that. Natural 20 for a 24.
You notice the same funny little claw prints that Rokan noticed earlier on the chessboard, also around the seat of the throne itself. You see them on the floor, moving away from the throne, down onto the platform that the throne's on, and then across the floor towards the chess set. Vesper, what are you doing?
Do you want me to try and hit the centipede, Alcas? Should I do that?
After I miss, I kind of just step back a bit. I'm just like stepping away.
Okay.
Well,
maybe seeing some like panic in my eyes.
okay. I'm gonna get Theo to make a ranged weapon attack, aka flame seed.
Okay.
It's your spell attack modifier to hit, so just gonna roll a d20.
Very good. Jesus.
No, wouldn't hit.
The centipede goes out through the front entranceway from whence you entered this building, this complex, and disappears around the corner.
It's just a centipede.
Ugh, they're creepy little things. And that one wasn't that little.
Okay.
I start running out of the I start making my way out of the tomb, so I start running after it.
Okay.
Russell, there's a solid wall behind this thing, isn't there?
Appears to be, yeah.
Oh. Okay, just out of curiosity, I will check to see if there is a solid wall or it's a movable one.
Yep. Okay. How do you go about doing that?
Oh, you know, just a bit of push and a bit of touch here, touch there, touch everywhere.
Okay. Show us on the map where you touch the wall. No. You can make an investigation check.
At the back of the throne, the wall at the back of the throne.
Yep.
A natural 1.
You are convinced there is a secret passage here.
Ah, Ah!
Absolutely must be. There's why else would they put the throne right here against the wall? And there's like a couple of inches between the back of the wall and the throne. Must be there's something suspicious about this. And how else did that? You are convinced there is a secret door.
Of course, right.
I hear Rokan grumbling, so I abandon my pursuit of the centipede, and I make my way back into the room to see him pushing on the wall.
Right, Rokan is busy trying to move the throne, which won't move because it's attached to the floor.
What is happening?
I go up to the wall, and I also see if there's anything.
All right, you want to make
Move
an investigation check.
And I pull out my magnifying crystal.
Okay.
It's probably already out at that point.
Just imagine you walking around with it the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just like always. I think I've got it actually put like on a glass, like a strap. It's like it's connected to my eye all the time. 19?
19. You really don't think there's anything particularly special, or small, rather.
Rokan, I think you need. I think you need to.
Secret doors behind secret doors is a bit much.
Rokan, I think it's time to stop. You're going to hurt yourself. There's nothing there.
If you say so, wizard man, I believe you.
Even better, I'm a sorcerer. And with that, I make my way out of the room.
All right.
Come on, Rokan, we're out of here.
You make sauces? There's some good food for sauces.
Sorcerer, not a sorcerer.
He walks out with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something along those lines, anyway. So I make my way back out.
All right.
Go back to what we were doing and head this way.
Yes, I think that is a good idea.
Where do you head now?
Back to where we just came from. So, right.
Okay. Well, the long story short is that you. Okay, right. So you're going down here. All right. You travel down that way, and you see all of these sarcophaguses. You get to the far end of the hallway. You enter into there. You will see that many of these sarcophagi, including this one, have been broken open. The number of sarcophagi that are broken open directly equate to the number of zombies that you fought earlier. Isn't that weird and strange and unusual?
It would be if I bothered counting them.
You see some rats and some other insects. And after a few minutes of investigating, you don't find anything of any particular value or use.
Are there any more of those symbols?
Symbols? Which symbols?
When we came the first time, there were like chalk marks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, at each of the coffins that was broken open, you get the same sort of evidence of what you discovered last time, which led you to believe it was some kind of arcane necromancy.
I take a list of all the sarcophaguses that have been opened.
Yep.
And write it down in a little notebook and make note of which ones they were again.
Could I ask why you were attacking centipedes?
I hate bugs.
Well, they didn't do anything wrong to you.
No.
I mean, if they did, then, well, I guess, yeah, they do deserve to be destroyed, maybe.
Centipede make good soup.
That was my thought with the spear. Made a perfect kebab for our friend here.
It's really kind of you.
I was roasting it for him.
Not good roast, you miss.
Yeah, well, yeah. Firebolt, what do you expect?
We could probably close the Roll20 map for now if you want.
Yeah, cool. Do that.
Let's go. Where we go now? We done it all.
I want to
Well,
head
the
back
idea was
and-
to The idea
No.
was to investigate, right?
Yeah.
Do we have any clue of what did this? Who did this?
Oh, good point. No.
I want to head back and go down the other tunnel, or the other
Yep.
room.
Okay. So the short of the long is that you head down there. Again, there is no signs of life or unlife, for that matter, other than the usual rats and so on, and insects. Again, the original tombs that because you've been here before, you found zombies in here before. The tombs, the broken ones, equate to the exact same number of zombies that you fought if you added them all up between the last time you were here and the time that you were here now, and the number of zombies that you fought in total. These corpses all came from these boxes quite clearly.
So the hand that we saw, was that like a fresh hand?
It was fresher.
Okay, well, that hand is a big clue. And so we'll go back and grab the hand.
Okay.
Put it in a nice little
Put it in a bag.
yeah.
Was there
Evidence?
Bag.
Yeah.
Was there anything on the ring, on the hand?
On the hand, besides the ring, the signet ring?
Yeah, besides the signet ring. And what was the signet ring? Was the House of...
Actually, what did I say? Did I say that it was a House Kaelyn ring or not?
I think you did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to amend that.
Okay.
It's you don't recognize it. It's just a ring. It's a gold ring. It's an expensive ring, but
Okay.
it might be one of the other houses. You're not sure.
Okay.
We baggy
well,
that.
we baggy that. We get out the evidence bag and flick it open and put the ring in. And I get out my little pen and I write ring on it.
Okay, like out of games, Best Bear doesn't know about those little feet prints.
No.
More evidence. So maybe like find a way to mark down what they look like. Potential evidence, anyway.
I'm going to ignore this metagaming because it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get everyone to like jog these things up. You know.
I was going to say, can I jump back a little bit before we left that room? Can I have set the dragon chess set up and have made the first move?
Yeah, sure.
On the board.
All right.
Well, if you're gonna do,
just noting to myself to check as on our way out as we leave to see if anything else has made the second move.
Right. Okay. Well, nothing will have moved by this point when you leave.
Other evidence we should gather is potential material components themselves. Put them in a baggie.
Yeah.
Whatever did this,
clearly
the necromancer, clearly.
Is there anything like chalk or any inky stuff?
Inky stuff.
There was the chalkiness.
There was a lot of
the powder
floating around in various places on surfaces and used in areas near every one of the coffins that was opened. You find this chalky white powder.
This.
Yes.
This. Come with me. Let me show you something. Over here, look.
I'm looking.
It's me seeing lots of prints, all kinds of prints, but me never see those prints anywhere before.
Okay. After I get pointed them, do you mind if I make some sort of check to try and figure out what that is?
Yeah, you can make a. I guess this would be a nature check. Start with a nature check.
All right. Do you mind if I guide myself?
No.
You don't mind?
No, you can guide yourself.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Well, I needed it. Well, I'm going to use it now. 5, before. It's not going to make much difference, but
It's to be fair, it's pretty realistic that you've no fucking clue what these prints are. You've never seen anything like them.
okay.
They could be like some kind of lizard, something that's got claws on the front and back, but 2 claws on the front and 1 on the back, and they're tiny. Like whatever this thing is, if it was a humanoid, it would stand about a foot high at the most, maybe not even that, maybe half a foot.
Hmm.
If it was any other kind of creature, but it's only got 2 feet.
I wonder if whatever it was invisible. I mean, I can't see what they look like anyway, but
Oh, me hear it, but me not see it.
okay. Well, let's take a bit of a sketch of what these look like.
Okay, so you take out some parchment and make a.
I don't have any parchment, so if anyone else does, anyone have any parchment?
I have a notebook with my inkwell pen thing.
All right.
Why didn't you do that?
So
Okay.
I went down and I start.
All right, you can make a sketch of it. I'm not going to even make you roll for that.
Right. If there's anything else I consider potential evidence, I mean, we've got the shards of the bottles and stuff, you know,
I'll
the
get
material
you
components.
each to make an straight up intelligence check. Although to be fair, I think only Alex might have seen this thing.
8.
Well, Alex, you got a 20.
A dirty 20 and Rokan got a natural 20.
Okay. Well, you both will have noticed then, as you were dealing with the entranceway to the door, when you were smashing through the entranceway with the mace, that red thread caught in the cracks.
Web. Did you say web?
Thread.
The thread.
The thread here.
Thread. Okay.
Ah, yes, that thread.
Baggy it.
I put the rubble and I pick up the little bit of thread and put it in a baggie.
All right.
Good job.
Is it a spiderish kind of threading, or?
No, it's like a piece of material, like
Okay. Like a tapestry?
a tapestry, for example. Yeah,
Like a person's
like
vestments.
clothes or some sort of fabric.
I'm so
Okay.
3D right now.
Okay. All right. Go back
Well,
now.
I think we've done pretty well here.
Time to go back and have dinner.
I like that.
You're probably pretty hungry, so that's fair. Okay.
Although, good berries for those who haven't had them. Looking at you, Mr. Alex. I will eat one. One for Rokan and one for Alkas.
I don't
They
need
were-
any, do I? Rokan
were-
doesn't. I didn't get hurt by anybody, did I?
No, it's for the nourishment.
Oh.
Yeah. We can remain healthy if we eat them.
Okay, so you walk out to the entrance to the cave, to the tomb, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, fair enough. And you leave the place pretty much how it is now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's
In shambles.
a shambles. The entranceway is cracked open. The entrance to the tomb, the secret tomb, is also cracked open. So you probably realize that anybody coming past here who sees this, who bothers to go inside, will have direct access to the Holy of Holies and any of the treasure that you left behind.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll have to find. Now I'll do it in game.
How?
We have to block that somehow.
This chariot that you said was in there,
Yeah,
how much work would it take to get it working?
not a huge amount of work. It looked like it was pretty intact.
Would it fit out the gap that we made?
You'd have to do something pretty clever with it to make that work. You mean the gap that you smashed, that hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would probably fill it out, but it would sort of, I guess anybody really investigating it would be like, just push it out of the way. It's not,
Oh no, I mean, would it fit through the gap to get it outside?
well, the thing is, it's in pieces, so you have to, so it would be easy.
We can bring the pieces outside and put it together outside.
My friends, what I'm thinking is, it's unfortunate what has happened here, but it wasn't our fault. There were things attacking us that we caused us to destroy this. If we can somehow get this chariot outside, we can take everything back to your master, to your lord, and he can see fit if he wants to fund refurbishing this area.
We could also get one of the crypts. There's a stone slab situation on top of the things. We can get one of those and just prop it up against the door. Perhaps that could work to block it off. Do you want to take the wagon carriage thing, the chariot? Is that what you want? Seems a bit
He
unnecessary.
wants to use the chariot to carry everything in, but it is only a chariot.
A chariot may carry a set of dragon chess pieces, is all I'm thinking. If not, we can use the stone slab. That is a good idea as well. Would prevent further pillaging. Not that we've left much.
I'll tell you what, I'll get you each to roll a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, that gives you a bonus to
19.
Let's say 7 and an 11.
Vespera. It may well occur to you, and I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to think of this or not, but you know, it might be a case of, well, all of the stuff that is in there is now exposed. It's already been desecrated. Lord Kaelyn and the House of Kaelyn probably don't want to lose that stuff at this point. Returning it to them might not be a bad idea, rather than just letting random looters steal it.
That is true.
I mean, they can always rebury it. They can always have another ceremony and put it back in there and then seal it up properly. But they can't do that if somebody fucking steals it.
True. All right, let's take everything. Return it to your masters, Alexander.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I think it's an excellent idea.
It's going to take a bit longer, a bit more time, but sure.
All right, so you guys get together and gather all the things, and you put the chariot together. It will take a little bit of work and a little bit of repair, but nothing that's beyond your means or ability.
Oh, funnily enough, I have a draft horse with me.
You have a draft horse with you. That is true. It will be, it is a war chariot, so it's, you know, kind of designed for being pulled by heavy horses, but, you know, war horses, typically 2. So it doesn't really matter how you go about it. In the end, it will work.
Okay.
It might not be the grandest or the most exceptional way to do it, but it will work, and that's the important part. And thusly, you manage to load it up. You are not going to be able to fit yourselves on the chariot. You can fit one person on the chariot, and this will have everything piled up to the nines on it. You know, I'm assuming you're taking everything that's in there. Is that the?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you can't take the food. There's too many barrels of food.
No. We'll leave the food. The food's not valuable.
Yeah, no perishables or like no food or wine or stuff, just the artifacts. So to speak.
Yeah.
So you leave the oils and stuff like that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What about any of the holy symbols and you know, art objects?
If they're not big, yeah. If they're not gigantic, yeah.
We can always hide them.
Yeah.
We could try.
In the empty coffins.
There's also a possibility you could feasibly hide stuff in the coffins that are empty, and I mean you also have a bunch of dead zombies laying around in there.
Mm.
What do you do anything?
Actually, I think anything that doesn't look overly valuable, I will try to put into the 2 chests and rearm the traps.
We could also try and get one of the zombies, prop them up to look like a person is just standing there.
Put him on the throne. Put him on.
Sleight of hand check twice, please, for the traps.
Ooh. 24 and a 17.
Nice. Okay, you managed to achieve that without setting the trap out off against yourself. All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. The traps are armed.
So that's just something more, like the more expensive looking oils and things that we were going to leave put away safely.
Okay, cool. So that's sort of like the next tier down of defense is
Yep.
that, and then maybe. All right.
Propping up a person. So silly.
I mean, feasibly, you could also leave someone here to guard the place while you take the shit back. I don't know if that's something somebody wants to do or not, or
Yeah, but that's splitting the party, so
I agree.
no.
Very well. So you make your way back to DAGDAGIEL with a chariot.
Yeah.
Get some interesting looks from the mourners on the road. You can talk to them if you want, but they don't go out of their way to speak to you. You get to the city, and Alexander, you will take them in through the side doors and side gates to get them into the city without too much further ado. And you return with the chariot to the stables below the House of Kaelyn, this huge fortress built into the wall, on the 3rd wall of the 5 walls that go back into the city. And having arrived here, what do you do?
I start making my way up all the stairs to the top floor.
Right. So you're heading up. Okay. Very good. Well, you come across various servants on the way, and you recognize one of the servants. You think her name is Samil, and she works directly for the steward, Regan Cordana.
As I see her, I kind of slide on the floor and I sort of fall. You know, like you kind of slide and fall on the ground.
Okay.
And I look at her and I just point and go, "Come here."
She comes over to you. Lord, can I help you?
Where is the steward?
The steward right now, I believe he's inspecting the armory presently.
Where's the armor? It's downstairs, isn't it?
Yes.
What floor am I on?
You're like on the 5th floor.
Okay, not too far then. Okay, well then I give her 5 gold pieces and say, "That's for you, very helpful." And I start making my way down the stairs and I kind of do the comedic run where my feet are just slipping on the ground before I start actually moving.
Right.
Just gave her 5 gold pieces. You're gonna ruin the economy here.
I know.
It's like 20 years' wages for her. But so I start making my way down the stairs.
She would quit immediately.
Right. You start heading down the stairs. So eventually you get to the armory. Is everybody following him?
Yep.
And
Although,
yeah.
No, I'll stay with the car.
All right, that makes sense. All right. Well, the long story short then is that you find Regan Cordana in the armory. He sees you approach and he turns as you cross through amongst the forges and what have you. People bashing steel, basically. Arrow tips being forged over there. A shield is being furbished over there. A sword is being mended over here and reforged. And he's giving instructions regarding the fact that he wants this blade to have a deeper fuller in it than last time. He likes blood gutters in his swords. And he turns as you approach. Ah, Alexander.
I'll be there
And-
too.
And at this time, I'm kind of, and I just put my finger up against his mouth and go, zombies,
What are you
death.
doing, Alexander? Zombies, did you say? Death?
Yes, death. And I just wave at him to follow me, and I start making my way out of the room again.
He excuses himself from the armorers and follows you guys to back to the carriage, to the chariot, I assume.
To the chariot, yeah.
Very well. What do we have? What is this? Why have you brought these things here?
And I kind of caught my breath again, and I go, someone's made their way into the secret tomb, as it were.
I see.
We brought these things back because they were otherwise going to get taken by someone else. So we brought them here.
I see. I see. Now, what did you discover?
I pull out my little notebook and I show him the drawing of the scratch marks in the floor, or the foot marks or claw marks, whatever they were, in the floor.
What is this?
That's what I'm hoping you may be able to find out.
Well, I have no clue as to what this is. This seems to be the footprints of some small creature, perhaps. Perhaps some mutant rat.
I nudge Alexander and like give him the bag of stuff.
Oh, and we also have this bag of, what was it again? I look at Whisperer.
Well, there's a hand in there with the signet or the ring
That's right.
and a whole bunch of spell components.
I lift up the bag and pull out the hand and kind of like hold it and right in his face, like it's like right in his face.
I think you need to calm down a little.
He looks at the
Remember
ring.
your place, Alexander.
This is a signet ring from House Kaelyn.
Mm.
They are not exceptionally friendly with our house.
Yes.
One of them be minus a hand then.
Yeah, could you tell us more about them? Do they have any, are they known for necromancy?
Necromancy, as far as I'm aware, is outlawed amongst this, the houses of DAGDAGIEL.
But
So no
like-
one is famous for necromancy.
it might be outlawed, but it doesn't stop people from doing it.
Yes, but then they won't do it openly, is my point. So
They weren't.
I cannot say that I can think of anyone that is known for it. Although I
True
will
that.
say the wizards of the Barakyle envoy are always up to something, and I would never put anything past them.
Another question for you, my lord.
Yes.
House Kaelyn, have you heard of them working with any sort of fraternity known as the Red Ravens? We ran across one of them, and he tried swiftly to kill us.
The Red Ravens.
Yes.
Well, the Red Ravens are a mercenary outfit. They are a large network of spies, mostly. They
And
recruit.
to your knowledge, does House Kaelyn work with them?
The Red Ravens being mercenary, they will work with anyone. You could walk over to their headquarters now and hire one of them for a job if you wanted. They're not difficult to obtain. They, amongst all of the mercenary companies of the world, in my opinion, the Red Ravens, they primarily deal with close protection and intelligence. Unlike, for example, the Morg Van Chu, who hire themselves out as armies and platoons on a much larger scale. The Red Ravens tend to work in smaller units, often alone, often as spies, often undercover.
That sounds very similar to the one we met. We may have startled him, and that's why he attacked.
Well, so you're saying you might have... did you kill him?
let's just say he won't be making his report back to whoever hired him.
I see. I see. Well, that might come back to bite us.
It may, or it may be beneficial. We'll have to see.
We shall have to see. I can tell you this, High Lord Oswald of Skalderon is certainly not, shall we say, foreign to the notion of hiring mercenaries such as the Red Ravens. However, he has also hired other mercenaries, as have all the houses of DAGDAGIEL.
Do you know what might... Okay, so we found that there were a couple of chests. The one that this hand was attached to didn't have anything in it because we suppose that it was looted by that same person. Do you have any clue what might have been in there?
I cannot personally say, but if we were to find the clerics that performed the rites, now that I think about it, they will all be dead, long dead.
Mm.
This is an ancient tomb that you're talking about. There may be some records. There may be some records. I suggest that you find the head cleric of the Temple of Kalanvor. Seek out the Temple of Kalanvor, find their head cleric, and ask them if they have any records of the burial of Urantire of the Kaelyn.
Okay. Thank you.
That is my best suggestion regarding such matters. Did you find anything else of value or interest to you?
We did.
No, my lord. It seems that the tomb had already been somewhat pilfered by the time we arrived, and there seemed to be some small things missing. We collected everything else that was left, but does not seem to be everything that was there.
Very well, I shall request you make an inventory of the things that you found, the things that you left behind, and anything that it seems obviously to have gone. I will need this inventory because I will speak with Lord Valdrith Kaelyn upon the morrow. It is late. Have you
Certainly,
rested
my lord.
and ate?
No, not of yet.
Very well. I suggest that you head to the food halls and speak to Erebos. I imagine he will assist you in this matter. Then take some rest, and then tomorrow we shall reconvene at 11 bells. That way you'll have the morning to yourselves.
Thank you.
And to prepare your list, your inventory. Fine chariot, that is.
Right, yes.
Beautifully made. It's a shame it was locked away for so long and not in use.
Well, I suspect it will most likely be returned to its previous station. That is the way of House Kaelyn and the way of our people. Will that be all?
Yes,
I look at Alexandra like,
and
in my mind, I'm thinking, we are owed a reward. You don't want to say anything? In my mind, I'm thinking that, looking at you confusedly.
And I see her looking at me confused, and I go, "Something on your mind, Vespera?"
Well, we've done a job.
I think what they're meaning is the rewards that we were promised.
I suggest that you wait until tomorrow and we speak with Lord Kaelyn. Your reward will be, shall we say, you will be required to make your report, and that inventory will be an aspect of that. Then you shall receive a reward if indeed Lord Valdrith Kaelyn agrees to it. Do you recall what your agreement was?
We all look at each other, confused as hell. Oh.
Of course, I have a feeling it'll be the one thing that I didn't write down.
I feel like we've got the better deal here.
I think it was 500 gold for little bits of information. I don't say that out loud. I say that in my head.
Well, I wrote it down. So you will, he says to you, I believe we agreed to 50 to 100 gold pieces for evidence of a conspiracy.
Do you think this is considered a conspiracy?
Well, I think there's more to uncover, to be honest with you. I think that perhaps we're looking at the closer to the 50 gold end of the spectrum presently. It's not as if you have a signed confession or a culprit in shackles.
I mean, we have a hand.
The ring.
Hands have fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Mm.
What of them?
Well, they're like trees, you know?
I like trees.
But like fingers and fingerprints. They're all different, just like every single tree. What?
I just nudge Barry and go.
Sorry, back to the Dark Ages now.
There's no such thing as fingerprint. There's nothing
Not
like
technology.
CSI. No technology. Don't know what fingerprints really are. They just know
the
that
druids are so much more ahead of time than you guys.
just this druid.
Just this druid, apparently. I think at this time we go to the mess hall and
mess around.
feed and mess around. Yeah.
Right.
And we'll take a long rest.
So
I would. Sorry, I would like to pass on this long rest and potentially go out into the city, taking.
Didn't you do that the last time? No, the second to last time.
No, I want to basically try sneak out into the city, taking one of the daggers, one of the silver coins, gold coins, platinum coins, the horseshoe, and possibly the braces to try find someone that can appraise their value.
Right.
Before I write this list of things we found.
Okay, so how many things was that you want appraised?
Ooh, that would be. I probably don't need to appraise the silver, so say 4.
I think you
maybe
could find someone that could do it for about 40 gold.
Would someone do it for
no gold?
Maybe one of those platinum pieces or gold pieces, sorry.
Can you make a persuasion check for me, please?
No, they will not.
They would do it for 3 of those platinum pieces.
The same. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not.
So
No.
you're talking to a let me see. This person's name is Pheromond from House Xanathrea, but they have a open market shop per se in one of the market squares.
For 1 platinum, then the only thing I'm trying to get appraised is the braces.
Very well. Okay.
Are the ones that I'm wearing?
Are you actually wearing them?
Oh.
Yeah.
Just dragging her along, going.
Before I leave, I say, as I'm taking inventory of all the things, I think we may need those back. I'll give them back to you once I've done appraising, just while I'm making the list.
It's fine. Here you are.
All right. So when you return from Pharamond of House Xanathrea, you are aware that the braces, which you've now spent a platinum piece having appraised, yes,
Mhm.
are braces of archery. So they need to be attuned to. They give the wearer proficiency in short bows and long bows, I believe. I'll have to double check this, but I think that's what they do. And they give you
Probably a good thing for Vespera. She doesn't have any of the bow stuff. Also,
she
I
just
don't have a ranged attack.
she just has a flame seed that her offhand creature can fire. You know,
Yeah,
she's also
but
like
it's
super
a
OP.
I can only use that once, so
Barry's a
once
ranger,
or twice a
has one attack.
If you lot could convince me that this was good to the cause, even though I had to spit every time I use them,
because they're elven.
yeah.
Yeah. I take the braces and I just where the face would be pointing upwards towards him, I just turn them around so he can't see the face.
I have my
Would that-
bracers back, or
Yes, I'll give you your braces back.
thank you.
And I will explain to you what they are, what they've been appraised as, and that we definitely did not find them in the tomb.
They give a +2 bonus to attack damage to damage rolls on ranged attacks made with such weapons, being longbows and short bows specifically.
I don't have a ranged attack, and yes, my creature does, but I don't. So there have been times where I've been like, I actually can't do anything.
Well, you know,
When was that?
like I said, if you fellas can
Don't
convince
see you
me,
having any major issues doing damage at range, but okay.
I can't do any. Like yeah, if I don't have any wild shapes left, I'm kind of at a disadvantage.
Okay.
so
Bullshit, but okay.
I'm going to put them on and pull the fingers at the DM.
So, unless
is
anyone
anybody
has,
gonna tell me about these things at all?
No, apparently they're not.
Okay.
unless anyone has any major issues with it, our list of things that we collected and are presenting back is essentially what was in the room minus what was in the chests. The chests were already looted, unfortunately. So that's the platinum, the gold, the silver, the braces, and the knives that were already taken.
What about the fan?
That was also in the chest, I believe.
And as he says that, I pull out the fan and go, and then close it and put it back in my my bag.
All right.
What about the horseshoe?
Believe that was also in the chest.
Yeah.
Do you want the horseshoes back?
No.
Because they are
They were
lucky
already taken when we got there.
I feel like I'm not going to be very good at this deception check.
Just smile and be polite and let me present this list.
Okay.
All right. I need to wrap this up. So we shall leave it there, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I hope you have a good evening and
That's fun.
talk to you all soon enough. See you tomorrow, Jordan.
See you tomorrow. Yes.
Right.
Are we taking long rests now?
You might as well. Yeah.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
why not to? Okay.
See you all.
Have a good night. See you.
Bye.
Okay.